did you get?
I ended up not getting anything. I went to one of the pawn stores, and I was looking around. And
Ray, did you get anything?
Yeah, a few things.
I just want to test the Canon out on a few other objects.
I looked around. They had some like regular TVs that were like, expensive and different stuff and different items, and everything looked pretty pricey. So I went to the guy behind the counter, and I said, "Do you have any like things in the back, maybe that just junk that I could, we're going to test the Canon. We're going to blow some stuff up." He looked at me, he bowed up. I swear to God, I thought he was going to hit me. He goes, "I don't sell junk." Dude,
you had a pawn shop guy competition with you?
Seriously. And then he turned you better get out of my store before I hit you. I don't sell junk. I just meant stuff you weren't going to. I'm leaving now.
Why would he get twisted about that?
I guess, I don't know.
It's a pawn shop. People pawn junk.
I know that. I don't know. He got really just angry. I left. I was like, okay. You don't get it. Just wanted to blow some stuff up. Test a cannon.
Of all the pawn shops.
It's just funny. That didn't bother him that I was going to blow stuff up and test a cannon.
Of all the pawn shops,
of all the pawn shops that you could have gone to, JD, you went into the one where the guy behind the counter is an elitist.
Yes.
Would I know the name of the pawn shop you went to?
No. It's over near where I used to live.
Oh. All right.
Mike, I thought it was cool. He asked me if I wanted to put it on layaway.
Get that out by Christmas.
We should take it back after we blow the cannon and stuff and ask him what he'll give us for it. Say, man, this TV don't work.
We got a hole in it.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't carry any warranty? What the hell were you watching? All right.
So, yeah, he bowed up on me.
How long were you in there?
I was walking around for about 4 or 5 minutes. He was with another customer, and then that customer left, and I went, you know what, I'm just going to ask him. And it was a mistake.
Did he immediately get twisted?
Yeah. When I used the word junk, he just went.
But you said junk in the back that somebody pawned, and you can't do anything with it.
Yeah, exactly. I made it very, not that your place. Hey, everything out here is just beautiful. Is there anything in the back that might be junk? And man, immediately his shoulders went back. He goes, I don't sell. He put one hand down on the counter like, you want some of this? I don't sell.
What, did he give you the Dan Lewis pose?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it was. He put the hand on the hip and leaned forward like,
listen, JD.
Listen, JD. No, it's well, JD. That's Dan Lewis.
We don't sell junk. Comic books here. I think Dan Lewis ran a comic book store for 3 or 4 years. How do you decide as a grown fella you're going to run a comic book store?
That's kind of the people he hung out with, though. That comic book crowd. He had a ponytail till he was, 40-something? I mean, that's sort of those guys that followed the Star Wars and Star Trek-ish. No offense to the Star Wars people.
Don't worry about it.
But, that's just the kind of people that Dan hung out with.
He took pride in riding the stick pony.
Oh, that was, yeah.
Well, all right. So, obviously, you got to give him some type of credit. Anything that he took on, he did it with all the fervor of a real gig.
He was certainly proud.
But it was the Black Bart out at Six Flags. It's not a stick pony. It's a stage. You fool! Dude, you're a 45-year-old man. You're riding a stick pony. You can call it a stage prop and try and upgrade this all you want, but that's what's going on. You dressed up like a cowboy riding a stick pony, shooting blanks.
And I still remember the day. I think he was actually in here when the Black Bart controversy came to.
Because they had 2 Black Barts.
Yeah, and the other one is obviously the knockoff. There's people that won't even go out to Six Flags. He said that. There's people that would come out and...
I don't remember him.
No, he said there were people that... Asked Dan. There were people that will call ahead.
Did you say this on the air?
Yeah, it's on the air or off.
It might have been both, but I do remember him saying that.
People that would call ahead.
He told you that there were people that would plan their vacations and visits to Six Flags around his performance at the what do they call it, shootout thing?
God, what is that? It's the one on the street. I don't even know anymore.
All right, everybody knows what it is.
Yeah. But, yeah, the people, locals that knew the Black Bart show would only come out if he was going to be the Black Bart.
The main Black Bart. The real one, yeah.
Not the wannabe.
Exactly.
Not the understudy.
Doesn't even know how to control his beast. It's not the way you ride in on a stick pony. Do it like the thing is real.
You wonder if there were days that Dan Lewis was off, that he would stand back in the crowd and watch.
Oh, you know, God, well, he'd sit back there and critique the other black Bart.
Oh, my God.
And make notes. Because they would. They had some kind of bulletin board at Six Flags, and they'd leave nasty messages for each other.
God.
You're not good enough to be black, Bart. It would be critiques on each other's performance. Oh!
Yeah, at each other.
That's all he knew how to do.
40-something years old, so, yeah. With the ponytail.
Didn't he even lose that gig?
I don't know if he lost it or he quit or his horse died. I don't know how that played out. Then he was doing children's theater someplace in downtown Dallas.
Yeah, he was Jack and the Beanstalk. That was right.
What did he play?
He played Jack. No, he played the giant from the Beanstalk.
Okay.
That's when Brett Shipp decided to try an interview.
All I said was, and first of all, I didn't know it was a children's play.
Right. He didn't know
we just knew that Dan was in downtown Dallas doing some
theater,
local theater. Well, let's just buy all the tickets. We'll hand them out and we'll go.
Yeah, be a nice night.
Then it turns into this news story.
With that cheesy headshot that he has from 1985. And he looks cocky in that headshot. How do you do that?
Yeah. I am far too much of an elitist for you to hire me.
He literally has an attitude, and you have, when you go in for headshots, you have 200 to pick from. But, up, down, left, right, smile, don't smile.
Let me see if I still have that story on my website. You want to hear it?
Yes. Yeah. I just love the way Brett Shipp took it on. Like it was really news.
Company believes so and fears Russ Martin fans will interrupt their weekend performance. Brett.
I didn't even buy any tickets. I had no plans on dumping any cash to go see his lord.
You said you were, though, and people believe that. And it's conceivable that you might. It'd be funnier to buy them all and not show up. You just got to do the show.
We actually thought about that. What does Big Stacy want?
He said you went from Black Bart to Black Eddie. And one more.
How'd I get to Black Eddie?
He's writing his own show.
Is that what he's doing?
Yes.
So you went from...
No.
Told you.
You're right.
I got to say this. No, never. I won't. I was driving home last night listening to a talk show on Sirius Satellite Radio. That is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. They must pay these guys in peanuts or possibly Funyuns. It's just awful. You had a guy come on and talk about women, how you don't trust women. And here's why you don't trust them. And he had a guy get on the radio, I swear to God, 45-second build-up to go, well, you can never trust anything.
No, they didn't.
Yes. And
they didn't let it air, though.
They aired it. And not only that, the host goes, I've heard that one. That's a good one every time. Couldn't believe
Dan, do you not see where he was going with it?
Oh.
It sounds familiar, but I just can't place the punchline. I use that term loosely.
It's anything that bleeds for 7 days and still lives.
Okay, yeah.
They got a laugh break. It was on, Sirius. It was on one of the comedy channels, whatever. Sirius Blue Collar. That was it. What a shock.
Well, had you mentioned that, it wouldn't have been such a shock.
It still aired, and nobody got shot.
Shipp joins us live from the Dallas newsroom with this story. Brett?
Macy and Glory, if you listen to Russ Martin, you know that his appeal is his abrasive and cynical style. Funny on 105.3, not funny if you're the director of a children's theater and Russ threatens to disrupt the show.
I didn't threaten to disrupt anything.
You gave him publicity and said we're going to buy tickets.
And not only did they get free radio out of us, the people that heard about it might really wanted to go, then they got free television out of it.
Sure.
Still no thank you.
Stuff you can't pay for. No. Because you threatened them.
And then now
children's theater.
Brett tells the story like Dan and I are two lovers.
This is Jack's house.
Here's the Beanstalk. Sue Birch, the director of Theater Britain, and the play, of course, Jack and the Beanstalk.
How long ago was this? 3 years?
About 3 years ago, I think.
And while the mean giant is portrayed by...
My favorite part of this entire news story is Brett Shipp's tagline.
Yeah. I forgot what that was.
All right.
actor Daniel Lewis, some might say the real villain is this man. radio's Russ Martin, and here's why.
I'm promoting a play that I had no intentions on going to.
They didn't know that, though. They thought about, worst case scenario, you fill the audience with people that hate Dan and they boo all the way through the show. But you didn't know it was a kid's play first when we talked about this at all.
I think it was a kid's play until it was on the news.
Once upon a time, Russ and Dan were friends who recently had a falling out. When Russ learned Dan would take the stage Friday, he was heard saying,
I want to go see the play. Yeah.
And he's invited his listeners to join him.
And I was very, very excited, and until I found out through people who had listened to Russ's show that the intention was to come and...
I never said that.
You said you wanted to see the play. They got you have audio of you.
Everything else is
it's
things that they extrapolated out of that.
Because you guys aren't friends.
I'm not going to go to any place public and start jacking with somebody on the stage. I get him enough every day on the air.
It makes for a good story, though. I forgot he started this out. Once upon a time.
Well, it's like the children's story.
Ridicule Dan.
Suddenly, Sue is not worried about filling seats. She's frightened by whom might be filling them.
The big nasty ogre's coming to frighten the children.
Just jump to the end of this so we get to Brett's line.
I gave him a quote.
Yes, the show will go on because Sue's confident.
There's always the Dallas Police Department.
Listeners say Martin's claims to have purchased 50 tickets to tomorrow night's play. When I asked Martin to confirm that this afternoon, he told me, quote, "That's your job to find out, newsboy." Live from the newsroom.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe you read that on the air.
I think that was the first time we all realized that Brett Shipp was pretty cool because he actually used that.
Yeah, no, he wasn't going at this seriously.
No.
Listeners say Martin's claims to have purchased 50 tickets to tomorrow night's play. When I asked Martin to confirm that this afternoon, he told me, quote, "That's your job to find out, newsboy." Live from the newsroom.
And I got to give credit to the anchors when that aired. I don't know how they kept a straight face after Brett said that.
Oh, when they came back, when you pitched it back to him?
I'd have been on the studio floor laughing my ass off.
Take a break, newsboy.
Did you find out, newsboy?
It'd be fun to take over a news show just one weekend, 1 30-minute show. Do it like it should be done.
Yeah, I think I could probably program that.
The anchors.
Yes, Ryan.
Hey, can we hear Dan's air check?
Do we still have those? Yeah. We'll see. Did any of that run last week when we were, however long we've been back?
I don't think any of Dan Lewis's air check stuff did, no.
Maybe we'll run a little snippet of Dan's air check and then Everett's recreation.
I'm the best.
I believe that's on my flash.
Which one?
I believe there's a folder on there called Dan and Everett.
Now, are both of them on there?
Yes.
My computer, Trey's audio, and the files. Dan Lewis and Everett. All right. What would you like to hear? Just the intro?
Yeah. Get a flavor for Dan and then give us...
Oh, it's a flavor.
Yeah, it's a flavor. Oh, absolutely.
My name is Daniel Lewis. I have a little more than 12 years of experience in Dallas-Fort Worth radio, plus in addition...
Stop. Don't play that part again.
I'd throw something out, but I believe Everett addresses it when he does Dan's mock air check.
That's right, he does.
Maybe we should cut these up.
It's back and forth.
Yeah.
Dallas-Fort Worth radio, plus an additional year of experience as host of the morning rehab program on 106.9 The Rock in Victoria, Texas. I've done a great deal of work in the production studio, having taken hundreds, if not thousands, of client commercials from inception to completion, and I also have a working knowledge of the majority of the software programs that it takes to get a radio program on the air. And for the software programs I don't know, well, I am a very quick study. I learn software programs very quickly. Admittedly, I'm something of a geek. In high school and college, I trained as a classical musician, mainly on trumpet, trombone, and euphonium. Unfortunately, despite years of study, I wasn't quite good enough to become a professional. On a personal note,
Don't you think the euphonium was going to be the big sell?
Yeah, it's a rave. All the cool kids are doing it.
I didn't notice before, but he's even pompous when he says quite, as if to say he was this close.
Quite. It was a hair away.
I've been married to the same woman for 24 years. I have a 21-year-old daughter and an 8-year-old son.
Do I have time to play Everett?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And now, Everett Newton's rendition.
My name is Dan Lewis.
It's sort of like Happy the Clown. We'll always laugh at just that part at the beginning.
My name is Dan Lewis.
Stop it.
My name is Dan Lewis.
There you go.
I have over 12 years of experience in Dallas radio, all of which occurred during a 6-year period of time.
I still went back and did the math. I think when we got Dan's air check, what was it, back December of 2007?
Yes.
It was around the holidays because JR, the guy on Dan's sister station in Victoria, and we never said he gave us that air check, did we?
No.
We found it.
Yes. It was on somebody's desk.
Jeez, your money. He just told us we're, I don't want to get him in trouble.
My name is Dan.
Oh, I started it over.
Producer of the Russ Martin Show. Fortunately, I was surrounded by a sufficient measure of talent that my mediocrity was largely obscured. As a result, my wife Laura was able to convince a somewhat inebriated program director to give me my own show.
It's 2008, and this still pisses me off.
Why?
Because
please.
I got Dan his own show overnight on this station.
I knew you did.
He didn't keep it 5-6 months. Then couldn't get another job in the market.
That was your
and
fault.
blames the association with this show.
He said that several times. That it was that as soon as people found out where he came from, that was the kibosh. No more. They wouldn't talk to him.
They wouldn't have talked to him without any radio experience at all.
They'd look at his resume and go, where did the 12 years come from?
I still can't figure that out.
I still like to see it on paper, where you give me the months and the years, because that didn't happen.
A somewhat inebriated program director to give me my own show. A glowing jewel of the firmament, the Dan Lewis Show was so successful that it was canceled almost immediately from one station, thereafter casting another into the tempestuous throes of bankruptcy. I have been married to the same lovely woman for over 20...
And now here comes the reference when we all went to the trip in Mexico.
Yeah.
And according to Dan, none of us knew it until he fessed up to it. He got drunk and fingered some chick.
Yes. And pretty sure that happened too, because I saw them hanging out by the pool up until about 1:30 in the morning, and they were, you can tell when people are just casual friends and when they're close.
Or when somebody's got a finger in them.
Well, no, there was no finger in the pool. I believe it happened upstairs.
What did that chick look like?
I was just
even better.
I know which one it was because I'd seen her at different events. I don't know how to describe her.
Just not horrible, just kind of.
But not something you'd stick your finger in.
No, and expect to get it back.
Right.
God.
Sorry. Alfie, have you ever heard this air check from Everett?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
Almost immediately from one station, thereafter casting another into the tempestuous throes of bankruptcy. I have been married to the same lovely woman for over 24 years, to whom I and 9 of my meaty digits have been completely faithful. We have 2 or 3 children whose names I might recall if, in so doing, it did not otherwise compromise my narcissism.
I'm not going to be able to make it through this last part.
Yeah, come on. Just hit the button and walk away.
I think I listened to this off the air after Everett cut it. back in December.
Classic moment.
And I still never made it past this last part.
In so doing, it did not otherwise compromise my narcissism. Peter Piper eats a pack of pickled peppers. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. No doubt my incalculable genius inspires yet frightens you. Hire me
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
All right, we'll be back.
We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
The lights are off in Gavin's office. Where is he?
He didn't tell me he was leaving at all. I really don't. I have no idea. Yeah, this was the last time I saw him. He was there.
Was he here earlier?
Yeah.
He's there all day.
No, hold on. Is that you, Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I know.
All right, Daniel, what you got?
All right, traffic is brought to us by Geico. Right now in Dallas, 635 westbound at Hillcrest, there is an accident blocking the right lane, and that has traffic backed up to 75. Also in Dallas, I-30 eastbound at Griffin Street, there is an accident which has been cleared, but the backup is still unwinding to Industrial. Also 635 eastbound between 35 and Preston Road. Just expect stop-and-go traffic. After all, it is 635. There's your check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Dan. Hot again tonight, 81 for the overnight low. A little cooler tomorrow. Actually, they say only the mid to upper 90s, so we're out of the hundreds for a few days. It is 99 now at Live 105.3.
Where do you go?
He told me yesterday that he has meetings today and Thursday over at the other building, Fitzhugh. Afternoon meetings. He'll be back later, like 5:30 or 6.
Before he left, though, he did. He handed me your resume and told me, obviously, I did not know the brilliance of the man I worked for.
Where'd they find it?
I guess they finally dug it up in your file.
All right. And anything? I don't know what I put on it. That was 8 years ago. Hang on a second. Let me play this voicemail I got from David Henry today, though. Okay. First.
Oh, my God. About yesterday and the adventures.
We didn't really blow up his picture of George C. Scott.
He didn't know that at the time. Patton. It wasn't Patton anyway. And you've blown up things before.
I don't think we've ever blown up anything out of his office.
Not out of his office. No, this is a whole new low.
I didn't do anything.
He didn't know that. And he knows what you're capable of.
He also knows that anytime I've blown up something in Gavin's office, I replaced it.
You've replaced it with something actually better.
All right.
You have.
So he's got a limited print of George C. Scott hanging in his office. Not an original. Why would that be worth $1,000? There are another 745 of them running around.
It's beautiful.
It's a limited edition. It is a beautiful painting. But it's a print. I know.
Didn't even look like it would glow.
That doesn't glow. It's not a black light poster.
Russ, stay out of my fucking office and leave my shit alone. You aren't getting a digital board. I got enough to deal with. I don't need you blowing up things in my office. And it's George S. Patton, not George C. Scott. Talent.
That's funny.
Did you miss the end of it, Chloe?
Yeah.
Hold on. It's only 20 seconds long. I'll play it again.
Russ, stay out of my fucking office and leave my shit alone. You aren't getting a digital board. I got enough to deal with. I don't need you blowing up things in my office. And it's George S. Patton, not George C. Scott. Talent.
And you know that tagline was from the heart.
Oh, absolutely. I got a feeling he said that once or twice before under his breath.
He had to deal with Ron Chapman for years. Could I actually be worse than Chapman?
Yes. in this way, the fact that Chapman never really grabbed stuff from other people's offices and potentially blew things up and actually blew Kevin's office up several times, started a couple of different fires, knocked holes in walls. And
I replaced or fixed anything that I did.
Chapman never did that, though. He never blew things up. And so
but I'm nice. Off the air, I'm nice to people in the halls. I help the promo kids load and unload stuff. Chapman, well, you worked with Chapman. Off the air, wasn't he very...
He was the same guy.
Tyrannical?
Well, he wasn't exactly the same.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, he was. Off the air, he was very, very strict. In fact, he was almost the opposite. Off the air, he was very much the disciplinarian and very much not the fun guy. On the air, he was kind of, hey, good morning, how you doing? And off the air, he was the boss. He said he had a big sign over his desk that said 0 defects, and he meant it.
He didn't have nothing reflective in his office?
No, he didn't. No.
Were you going to say something?
Yeah, with you, it's that whole terrorism angle that I think causes stomach acid.
But I'm not doing anything to him. We didn't really blow up his picture, George C. Scott.
But the problem is they never know when you're actually going to do something. Because I know it's right around the corner. At some point in time, it hits everybody.
Haven't done anything to David. He came in the studio. David... Yeah. Henry shocked himself in this studio.
That may be one of my favorite radio general manager moments ever.
You didn't like it when he was in Cancun or whatever on a trip? We fired off the car alarm from down there?
I mean, yeah, on a trip. That was a good one, too, yeah. But it was funny to watch him do it to himself.
Was that close? We were off for a week. I don't want to keep playing old audio. I'll play that one, though. What cut is it?
18 is the...
I'm totally shocked. Both ways.
The shocking.
All right. Hold on. Yeah, we were right in the middle of a break, and he came in again to get a shot of whiskey.
Just to be a buddy, hang out with the guys.
And the Supreme Shock, or whatever the game is that we have in here with the 4 handles on it, setting out. What is that? Okay.
Well, no, you've seen these at the circus. They just show how much strength you have in your hand.
All right, pick that up.
Yeah, now hold it on the ground. Hold on. Right here.
What do I do?
Hang on. Does he have
this one too?
No, that one works. All right, anytime.
Yeah, my other part. Like that? No.
You're going to shock me?
No. Give him the other one, Trey.
It's strong.
Look at Gavin in his office.
What are you doing?
I think he fell out of his chair.
What is it, Gavin?
Totally bought it. He was squeezing that thing for the hell out of it. He's going,
It's got a huge label on the top of it that says Ultimate or Supreme Shock.
With a big lightning bolt.
Our leader.
All right, what's on my resume?
Oh, Russ Martin's resume, birthday, black male, 39 years old.
Black male?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's smart.
They can't ask you about that either.
You don't appear to be black, Mr. Martin.
You can't ask me that.
Well, why'd you put it on there?
Possibly I'm protected by some act.
Okay. Go ahead.
It gives your work history.
Where's he worked?
Greenville, Terrell.
You can run down.
Okay. 80, 81, KGVL in Greenville.
Okay.
82 to 83, KTLR in Terrell.
Remember that one?
83 to 86, sister stations KLLI and KAFM, DJ Oldies. 86 to 89, Satellite Music Network, Oldies format.
That's right.
87 to 88, KEGL, The Eagle, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. 1988, shot Hot Tickets, a local lifestyle magazine TV show with former KFM colleague J.D. Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Show aired from 89 to 93.
Correct.
On Fox 33 and Paramount 21.
Stunning. Very stellar.
Where does my genius come from?
Oh, just wait.
Oh.
92, 97, KGL, middays. 97 to present at that time. KGL, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., replaced Howard Stern. I currently hold the patents and designs for...
Oh, Lord.
Aspartame.
No.
Aspartame. tetrafluoroethylene polymers.
What the hell is that?
Teflon.
Okay. you have a pat on that, do you?
You all right, Alfie?
Aspartame.
Oh, it gets better. The automobile.
Thank you.
The automobile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Braille system.
You develop Braille, you're not have anything to do with blind people.
I really probably think it would take a sighted person to come up with a system for blind people
Okay,
to be
so
able to read.
we'll get some Braille in here. You can tell us what it says.
Okay.
The automatic totalizer, or totalizator.
What is this?
My system.
I don't know. What is it?
Your system that totals the investments on runners, horses, betting pools, and pays out dividends.
Is that the list of my patents?
Oh, wait, go. It's much. Mr. Potato Head.
That was you?
And nobody reviewed this? Why did they ask me for a resume? I already had the job.
You got to put it in the file, and nobody looks at it. You already had the job. You've done your job. Your whole thing on what is it? A cocktail napkin? You figured out your content.
I have no idea what you just said.
The Zamboni.
Yes.
It says you sued Frank Zamponi in 1949 and won your patent.
Thank you.
The drinking fountain.
Mm-hmm.
You've done so much for this world.
Buttermilk.
Thank you.
Chili sauce.
Yes.
How'd you come up with buttermilk?
It was just a form. I can't tell you.
I understand. I got you. It's your deal.
Theme parks.
Just in general. You have a lot of fun with this. You get drunk one night and just typed it up.
I don't know. That was 2000. Was that 8 years ago? I told you, I got no clue. What else do I hold a patent for?
Charcoal briquettes.
Mm-hmm.
Genius.
The cotton gin.
Exactly.
Weren't even alive when that was around.
Obviously, I was.
No, you
And again,
weren't.
I had to sue Eli Wallach to get the patent.
I think it was Whitney, wasn't it?
Yes.
Who was that?
Eli Whitney is the guy that did the cotton gin.
No. Who's Eli Wallach?
I have no idea who that is.
No.
Who is it? You will know.
Me?
Yeah. You sued him.
Cotton gin guy.
No.
Instant coffee.
Yes.
Pavement.
Pavement.
I believe that's something that everybody's fond of.
Yeah. Concrete pavement? What kind of pavement?
Pavement in general.
Just if it's hard.
Pavement.
I got you.
If it's hard and flat, he invented it, apparently.
When you apply for a patent, you make it broad-based so you got everything covered.
The box.
Very nice.
I hate to laugh at something I wrote, but I got no recollection of any of this.
A box.
Was that the big finish on my patents?
No.
Oh.
There's more.
Yeah,
should have finished with the box. That was good.
Kevlar.
That's to help police officers.
I understand.
The Lazy Boy recliner.
That's for the firemen. Is that it?
No.
Oh.
The styrofoam tampon.
That wasn't a big marketing tool.
No, I wouldn't think so. Not very absorbent.
Oh, they're absorbent. Just the feedback that I got was you couldn't sit down.
They can't all be winners.
Yeah. So far, as far as the things I've designed, it's a stellar record.
That's the only clunker you got.
Ink.
Yes.
Fire.
Thank you.
And we have your publishings.
Oh, we do?
Oh, yeah. The complete story of scissors.
What is this, a book or a series? Doesn't say.
It'd have been pop-up. That would have made the most sense. What was that one?
The complete story of scissors. Tweedle Beetles after the battle.
That actually sounds like an intriguing read.
I'm a fool. Still under publishing?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Shampoo. Behind the scam of lather, rinse, repeat. Except you actually put the scam of later, rinse, repeat.
All right.
But baby crib design.
Baby crib what?
Baby crib designs and the use of wire.
No. Hey, did children even back then, did you?
Oh, hey, kids, you don't want them to get out.
Barbed wire, you don't use it in a baby crib.
None of the kids got out. Some of them got stuck trying to make a run for it.
Skewered.
That was long before razor wire.
Oleo and me.
What?
I don't know.
Well, you did it.
Then your last publishing. Getting to know yourself with a hand mirror.
That one, I believe.
Is that it?
No, you've got your hobbies.
Oh, no.
Blowing glass into funny shapes and all.
And all.
Blowgun hunting. Shaving your balls.
Yes, that one.
Hirudotherapy.
What the hell's that?
It's using medicinal uses of leeches.
How do leeches have medicinal uses?
People used to use leeches all the time for bloodletting.
Yeah, like in the 18th century.
Well, I'm keeping it alive.
You're a skunk enthusiast.
Yes.
And as a hobby, getting to know myself with a hand mirror.
Still again.
Is that all it is?
Spin off of that.
That's it.
Publishing.
That is it. I never knew your brilliance.
I thought I knew you.
Thank you.
The box.
Box. How could that sit in file for 8 years and nobody looked at it?
Nobody looks at that crap.
Why did he go look for it now?
Because we talked about it last week. There was, I think, a story. There was a new story about resumes or something, and
that a lot of people lie on their resumes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Let me see that.
No references?
Oh, stop, Dan.
The patents and designs were enough. Aspartame, the automobile, Braille, Zamboni, buttermilk, theme parks, cotton gin, pavement, the box.
You're right, I'm sorry, it all speaks for itself.
And fire.
Fire, that was impressive. That's one we've used a lot.
I may have to put this online.
Oh, you should.
Because Reed Rieger, the GM at the time, he said, we just need something to stick in your file just so CBS corporate knows that we're sticking somebody on that actually has some type of history.
That's for everybody. Everybody has to do that.
Bob probably looked at it, Bob McNeil, and was seeing double.
I remember the box. I love boxes.
My family's a big believer in boxes.
I am.
That's how I get my whiskey in.
All right. We ready to start news?
Sure.
You said, Dan?
Yes, Boxmaster.
All right. We need a legal. 406 at KLLI, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. News this time around is brought to us by Fire. And also by the Yucatan Beach Club, where you can see Chloe this Wednesday night from 9 to 11 p.m. That's 1850 East Beltline Road in Coppell. It is, of course, a Live 8 ticket hit.
Is that going to be a running theme through the show?
It is now. Traffic also brought to us by Geico and The Box. Tuesday, August 5th, 2008. Birthdays today. Adam Yauch from the Beastie Boys is 44. Patrick Ewing, formerly of the NBA, turns 46. Tawny Kitayan, crazy, and 47. Maureen McCormick, Marcia on the Brady Bunch, turns 52. Lonnie Anderson turns 63. And Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon, turns 78 today.
Styrofoam tampon?
Why would they hire me after looking at that resume?
Because nobody looked at it, and they're hiring you for your creativity, and that certainly leans to that direction. and your strangeness.
Why is it strange?
Why is it strange?
You never used a box?
I've used a box. You didn't create them or write books about it. Now, the hand mirror thing, you probably did. That I believe. I believe I've seen you do it.
Yeah. I like to see what goes on when I'm enjoying pornography.
I don't want to know this about you. Seriously, stop.
I can videotape it next time.
I prefer you didn't. You've already sent me a webcam one time of your hole.
My hole?
Yeah, the front one. What did you labeled it something?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, that was it, yeah. And it's a slow reveal, and you're like, I don't see the...
Well, the screen starts out black because I got it pulled all the way in.
Mm-hmm, and you slowly pull back, and it's your hole, your pee hole. I go, I don't see where's the... There! Oh, Jesus. By the time you look at it, you've stared at it for 6 seconds. Tell me you know what it is. Ass.
I may have to revisit that.
I think you shouldn't. Possibly.
Oh, yeah, now you get that great high-def cam.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding him, Trey. You're going to get it, too. He knows where you are.
And it's a small one. I think I could probably get it up in there. All right, go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, Dallas will spray for mosquitoes near Dallas Love Field on Wednesday following the fourth positive identification of a mosquito pool infected with the West Nile virus. The spray area is bounded by Empire Central Drive, Brook Hollow Road, Harry Hines, Burbank Street, and Denton Drive. Residents should stay indoors to avoid contact with the insecticide and bring animals inside during the spraying between 10 p.m. Wednesday and 3 a.m. Thursday. Those in vehicles near spray trucks should close their windows and turn off AC units until the spray is no longer visible. People who come in contact with the spray should wash the affected area with soap.
It's right in the street here from us. Nice to know West Nile's in the neighborhood.
Oh, I didn't know it was going to be this part of town.
Yeah.
They're not spraying in this part of town.
It's
but
Love
it's
Field,
close.
which is, a mile away.
Why would they spray a larger area?
When they find a specific little infestation, they block off, I want to say a 3-mile block, and they spray that area. Why they don't do more, I don't know. Cost.
Well, when the mosquitoes that it didn't kill, would they flock to other areas?
You'd think they're going to fly to someplace else. They do have wings. They get around. So yeah, it's just a few blocks away from here.
Okay, good, Dan.
In an audacious and deadly attack just days ahead of the Beijing Olympics, 2 men from a mainly Muslim ethnic group rammed a truck and hurled explosives at jogging policemen in China's restive Far West Monday, killing 16. The attack in a city near the Afghanistan-Pakistan border brought an immediate response from China's Olympic organizers, who pronounced security precautions ready to ensure safety in Beijing and other Olympic venues when the games begin Friday.
Have we had these problems at any of the other Olympics?
There was a big security concern before the last Summer Olympics in Greece, just because their country's not used to doing a whole lot of major security type stuff. So there was some concern going into that, but they got it handled.
They have security concerns for China because of their reputation throughout the world.
Yeah, they have a lot of dissidents to that.
And it would do nothing but make the terrorists look great if they could embarrass the Chinese government.
So that's what terrorists really aren't thinking, is the Chinese don't give an F.
And they're about their image.
Check with the Olympics and see what happens to Pakistan.
Who would go after them?
China.
Oh. They have a big army?
The biggest.
Yeah.
Who drives their tanks?
That's only good.
Chinese.
Yeah, Pakistan's worried. Go ahead, Trey.
They just...
My feet no touch pedal.
Stop it. All right.
What?
If someone messes with these Olympics and they can pin it down to a country...
Well, this one, this has already happened. They killed 16 cops, and it's in China. I mean, it's happening, and it's right in front of the Olympics. Don't you think that's done to embarrass them? Like, look what's happening even before the Olympics got here.
Oh, absolutely. It's intended to scare people and even hope that people won't come to the Olympics, so they will. But it's right on that Afghanistan-Pakistan border.
I don't know that I would go.
I wouldn't.
If I was afraid of any type of, if the terrorists are trying to make a point and they're just getting warmed up, I don't know that I would actually want to go to the actual Olympic Games.
I imagine inside Beijing, security will be so tight that I don't think I'd worry.
Again, you have terrorists who don't care what happens to themselves, so they'll drive a vehicle through whatever, knowing that they're going to die, but they're still going to blow up as many people as they can get their hands on.
At the same time, you have a government and army that will run over innocent people with their tanks.
Well, that's China?
Yeah.
I don't think that's intentional.
Tiananmen Square? That was intentional.
Chinese still driving the tanks?
Yeah.
Well, then you don't know it was intentional.
Fair enough.
We got an email about the Olympics, too. It said, I heard you guys talk about all the things China has to do over the past few months to prepare for the Olympics. But I'm wondering, what the hell why anyone would want the Olympics? It seems to me that all it does is create problems for the host city with no positive returns. Does China really think people will want to visit there after hearing about the racism, the bigotry, as well as the penis huts?
What? Now they're leaving the penis huts open?
I think they said they were.
I can't remember. I just remember
I thought
the
that
details
there was
of
going to be a ban during the Olympics
I
on
think that's
selling animal peckers.
As far I know, they were taking dog meat off the menu, and I think they were trying to limit their penis cuisine.
Were they going to sell real Peters?
No. I don't know. The story we read the other day about the place that sells mostly penis meat. Animal penis meat. They did not say whether they're going to close them down or not, though. They just said, here's another weird thing that the Chinese eat. But I don't know who would really want the Olympics, to be honest. The traffic headaches, the money. Does it make money for the host city? Does anybody know? What happened to Atlanta?
Atlanta, the people there hate the fact they had the Olympics.
There was also a bombing tied in with that one.
Yeah, no, but as far as all the money they had to put into infrastructure, new stadiums, everything else, after the fact, they said, nah, it really wasn't worth it. Now, Salt Lake City, they said it was worth it.
Is it the bragging rights?
Part of it, yeah.
It just makes you an international location because the Olympics have been there.
Yeah. I mean, like New York City is dying to have the Olympics, but they are pretty much already have the infrastructure to do it. They've got...
Okay, but China doesn't.
No, they've had to pour billions into stadiums and roads and everything.
Well, if I took all the time to fly over there for the Olympics, I don't want the Peter huts to close.
I'll probably leave them open.
Because they had an entire line of different types of weenies, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Different ways to cook them, different sauces, and as well as the sampler plate. They did.
Did they say how they prepared them? Are they fried? They battered? Do you fondue?
In what we read, they didn't mention if some were fried or grilled or sauteed.
The one was battered and fried. I'm going to say donkey.
Yeah, that was the lobster with a donkey dong.
Yeah.
It was lobster sauce, I believe, that came with that one.
Are the donkey dongs more?
We could price.
Then the lobster?
No, just the other Peters.
It didn't give a price breakdown.
Oh.
Why?
Obviously, you're going to get a lot for your cash.
I think you just get, maybe not the whole thing. It's probably just a part of the donkey dong.
How many donkey have you eaten?
Never really had.
Well, then you don't know what a serving size is. To me, it would be whatever's hanging off the donkey. To me, that's a serving size.
No, I'm sure they cut it down a little bit. And how many lobster?
Why
wieners?
would they? What if it's like going to a steakhouse and getting the porterhouse?
And how many lobster wieners does it take to make a serving? Because those got to be little.
I don't think they're selling lobster weenies. No. I think it's the donkey dong with an entire lobster as a side dish.
No! All they sell is weenies.
They sell side dishes. Steakhouses sell other things than steaks.
Oh. That doesn't sound as much fun.
Can we break here? Okay.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
What's David Henry's office like?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Is there any other way in there? Then one of the conference rooms bump up to his office and there's a door?
Yes.
All right. Probably making in, Brian.
What are you planning now? You've done enough. He got him upset.
Well, why is he not here?
I think they'll have a big corporate meeting over the other building.
About what?
I don't know. Just, if you take Gavin out of this building in the middle of the day, it's got to be big. Because he doesn't like to leave here while you're on the air.
David Henry or Gavin?
Gavin.
Because David Henry loves leaving here.
Well, yeah, David doesn't know where this building is from 3 to 7.
Dan, did you pick that other thing up for me?
Yes.
Can I have it, please?
Sure.
There you go. Thank you.
Give me that. Mm-mm. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
Slide to unlock.
Give me that phone. Give me. God, you're such an ass.
Forgot how to get back to
Give
the
me
pictures.
that phone. There are no pictures on there. Give me that.
Is it under camera?
Yeah, it should be.
Or does that turn the camera on?
God. Get out of my way, Frank. Get out of my way.
John, you're going to get hurt.
Get out of my way.
Here, Dan, take this.
Okay, here we go.
Give it to me. Daniel? Daniel?
Gotta be quick.
Come here. Come here. Daniel, get over here.
You rubbing your fat Hawaiian shirt on me.
Dan? Trey, swear to God.
Trey.
Give it to me.
Chloe, take it.
It's not shock resistant. Don't let Trey hold it.
Okay.
Give that back to me. Give that to me.
Text. Photos.
Come here. Would you stop?
Oh, I didn't realize they gave you thumbnails. Oh, yeah.
There's nothing in there.
Okay, well, then you won't mind.
Yes, I will. Come here. Come here.
Hang on, I got on slideshow. I don't have time to wait for it.
I can run around this room all day. You guys can just hand it off. Give it to me.
Oh.
You have no right to take my crap and just start looking through it.
You're right.
That's on my desk. It's my personal property.
When'd you go to Crawford?
When the president's wedding was there.
Oh, and that when Secret Service grabbed you?
Yeah, they chased me down.
You have pictures of them grabbing you?
No.
Oh, here's some beach pictures.
Give me that back. What are you...
Which beach is that?
That's Daytona Beach.
Oh.
I was there with my kids.
Okay. All right.
Give me my phone back.
Still more beach pictures. Sharkies.
That was down in Galveston, yeah.
Then I must be getting closer.
Give me the phone. You have no, absolutely positively no right to go through my crap like this. Seriously. Give me the phone back.
Well.
What?
I'm just going to ask, and I don't want to be rude.
Yes, you want to be rude.
Is that Joy? Is this a picture of Joy's ass or one of your kids?
You God, give me that. Give me my phone.
Oh, I didn't realize
you get some kind of joy out of this?
Yes. I didn't realize you could just thumb back and forth with your actual finger. Oh, you can blow them up, too. These are nice.
Give it to me. That is not your phone. It's not your business. That's personal stuff.
Well, look at that.
No.
I'm going to assume that's a picture of Joy's private. So it looks like something's trying to burrow in.
No, there's nothing trying to burrow in anywhere.
All right, well, maybe I'm wrong. Trey, what does it look like?
That looks like something's trying to burrow in.
Nothing's burrowing anywhere.
Yeah.
There's no burrowing going on. Give me my phone.
It's nice, though.
Give me my phone back.
Is that your ween?
I don't know what you're... Give me the phone.
It sure is hairy.
Why do you have any business getting into my crap? That's personal.
Now, is that true?
I'm filing with Human Resources.
You want me to get Debbie Henry on the phone?
No. There's got to be somebody over
Why is it you keep taking pictures? God,
a what?
Wowie.
Give me the phone. You've had your joy.
I wonder if there's any video.
You've had your fun.
No, this one, I didn't know Joy had a belly ring.
Give me the phone back. What is your point? You think this is serving some greater good? People can't see it.
I think people would like me to look at it.
People would not like you to look at my girlfriend on the beach.
Why are you taking pictures with an iPhone?
Because I happen to have it. Didn't have my regular phone with camera with me. That's how I just had the iPhone. Because I carried it around.
You see her ass and her clam all the time. Why is it you got to take pictures of it?
Because it was nice. It happened to be a sunset on the beach. I don't see it on the beach all the time. Why are you taking vacation pictures?
Why don't you
remember the moment?
I don't take vacation pictures of somebody's clam.
Well, I happen not to either. So give it to me.
So, so I'm going to assume you didn't take these pictures of this wombat burrowing into her clam.
There's no wombat burrowing anywhere. Give me her phone.
She work out?
Yes.
This ass shot looks like she works out.
Would you, God, stop it, please. What is your point here?
There's an ass load of pictures in here.
What is your point here? What are you going for? You're trying to get her more pissed at me already?
I'm looking for the money shot.
Yeah, because I believe, didn't you tell her you had erased all these?
Shut up, Trey.
When did he tell her that?
Yesterday.
What's a picture of this red car? Is she naked inside of it?
No, she's not naked inside it. The car I was looking at. Pontiac Solstice.
Why didn't you get it?
It's underpowered. It drives really nice, but it just has no pickup at all.
Well, if you're looking for, you're going for gas mileage?
Yeah.
Well, then you
let
let power go and you go for the gas mileage.
I know, but there are cars that have equal gas mileage and better acceleration. Plus, I figured out the math is getting another car right now.
Now, is this actually her hand on your crank or is this somebody else's?
Give me my phone back now.
Why don't you shave that thing?
It's shaved as much as I want it shaved. She's happy with it. Give me my phone.
It looks like one of those hairy guys that have to shave their necks.
Uh-huh.
That's what it looks like, except it's a weenie.
We're not at a funeral. Sherry. We're not at a funeral. Trey, shut the hell up.
Like your weenie's got a turtleneck.
Yeah, Trey, I got something for you.
Don't light a firework off in my studio.
Oh, please shut up. You're looking at my girlfriend's naked pictures.
Why are they on this phone?
They're on my private phone. It's my private property.
Well, there's a nice boob shot. Trey,
give me.
Wow.
Hand it to Chloe. Chloe would like to see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That is nice. Give me that phone back.
Give me the phone.
Wow. You proud of yourself?
Huh? I am, because I'm going to take advantage of this right now.
Give me that. Give me that phone back.
Don't interrupt.
Give me that.
Don't interrupt one of my sessions.
Can't have a session with my phone.
Get away from me.
Give me that. Oh, God. I can't go underneath there anymore. Too many wires. Quit it. Cut it off. I think I said a bad word.
Who hit the delay?
I did. I think I said a bad word. I didn't want the air.
What's the rule of hitting the delay?
I know, but I didn't want it to air.
What's the rule of hitting the delay?
You hit it, but I
didn't touch it.
I know, but
I was okay with it. What's the rule about hitting the delay?
I don't think you could say that, and it slipped out. I'm upset.
Did I hit the delay?
No.
Did I tell you could?
I didn't know you knew what I'd said, and by the time
I heard you. Did I tell you could hit the delay?
No.
What's the rule?
That you hit the delay. I didn't know you knew what I'd said.
I said nobody else hits the delay but me. What's the rule?
Well, then disconnect this one over here.
Why'd you hit it?
Because I didn't know that you understood what I'd said.
I heard what you said. I hear the same show that most of us are hearing.
I didn't know that you understood what I had said.
Spin the wheel.
I'm not spinning the wheel. You give me my phone back.
You spin that wheel.
You give me my phone back.
You spin that wheel, or I'm going to put something in your personnel file you're not going to like.
What are you going to put in my personnel file?
Something you won't like.
I don't care what's in there.
Spin the wheel.
I'm not.
All right, I'm not giving you
my
this.
phone.
I'm not giving you this.
You're giving me my phone back.
You spin
That's
the
fine.
wheel.
No, I didn't do anything.
You hit the delay without my permission. And you must have hit it 8 times because it went back down to 0.
I just didn't want whatever I said to air accidentally.
I heard what you said, and I was okay with
what you'd said.
I got it. I hear most of this show.
I don't know that you can say what I said.
Spin the wheel.
No. You're tormenting me with my own stuff.
It's your own fault for taking pictures of her boobs.
Give me my phone back.
I'll tell you, spin the wheel.
I didn't do anything. You got my stuff off my desk, my personal stuff, and you're digging through it, the pictures of my girlfriend that you don't need to be looking at, and passing them around the room.
Then don't take pictures and leave them sitting on your desk.
It's my personal phone.
You get over there and you spin that wheel.
I'm not spinning that wheel. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Well, I'll just take this home and post these on the internet.
No, you won't.
Then spin the wheel.
No.
Okay.
I didn't do anything.
All right. Well, then you certainly won't have any problems.
Phone back.
That's right. You'll hang on to that, yes?
Absolutely. Give me my phone back.
You ready for this, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan, I'll get you. You started all this.
You get over there and spin a wheel.
For what?
Because you hit the delay and I didn't tell you could.
And that's a spinnable offense.
Yeah,
make sure something
that's the rule.
Air.
If I want somebody to hit the delay, I'll do it myself. I got on headphones. Most of the show feeds into my head. I got 99% of it. You go spin that wheel.
You looked at Trey
spin
like
that
you
wheel.
Didn't hear what I said.
If I didn't hear what you said, I would have hit the delay just on the outside chance you said something stupid, which I should probably hit it every day. Now spin that wheel.
Oh.
What'd you say? What do you get?
Kiss Alfie's nipples.
How you doing it?
Yes, you are.
Man, that took a turn. I didn't.
Now give me my damn phone back.
You can give him his phone.
Okay.
Alfie, how long before we need to break?
8 minutes.
8 minutes?
Yeah.
Good, you can divvy them up. Be a nice makeout session. We'll do news, and then right before the break, Alfie will bring those bitches in. Let's have a peek at those really quick, Alfie.
I'm not going to look this time.
Why?
I don't want to.
You want to be surprised?
Yes. Slow reveal.
All right, Alfie, pop them out.
Here we go.
Yeah. I thought I told you to shave your chest. What?
I'm sorry. It's a little weird shaving my chest.
I know, but you got those great big women teats, but you got the clump of hair in the middle. That's too Ethiopian.
Conflicting.
Yeah. Man, I don't know if you can get one of those nipples in your mouth.
I'm not going to get it in my mouth.
Yes, you are.
It said kiss. It didn't say suckle.
You got to get it in your mouth.
That's not a kiss. You want me to show you a kiss? Come here, I'll show you a kiss.
No. I haven't done anything, but you're going to get one of Alfie's nipples in your mouth, and I don't want the thing too big to eat. You're going to suck one of them.
Oh my God, you motorboated Stacy's boobs.
Those are nice.
Those are better.
Those are scary.
There's nothing wrong with those. It's not being picky. 4:42, Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. A second Florida man has been arrested on charges of making false 911 calls in as many days. An arrest report says 47-year-old Carlos Gutierrez was at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino early Monday and called 911 to say the slot machine stole his money. The report says Gutierrez left the casino to place a second 911 call saying the slot machine stole his money. He was arrested and charged with making a false 911 call on Sunday. Another man was arrested.
Does it say how he went on to justify that?
No. This is just the initial arrest report of him being.
All right.
On Sunday, another man was arrested after calling 911 5 times during an argument with his brother. He demanded that dispatchers send deputies to help sort things out. And in northern Florida, last week,
we talked about this one.
We talked about this yesterday. A Jacksonville man called 911 to complain that a Subway left the sauce off his spicy Italian sub.
And he called them twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, because he got thrown out and they locked the door, and he's like, "They won't let me back in."
How do you think that's a criminal action? At worst case, you got some type, possibly a civil suit because they left you sauce off.
How about just put the sauce on it? How easy would that have been? But he apparently got loud and boisterous inside the restaurant. So when he left, they locked him out. That pissed him off, so he called the cops and told him to get there fast.
Well, if somebody's getting that wiggy over the fact their sandwich wasn't exactly the way that they wanted, yeah, if he steps outside for a minute, I'm going lockdown.
I think it was last year that the lady went through the Burger King. I still believe that 911 call was real. That she went to the Burger King and they didn't give her the right burger. She called the cops. And she was indignant that the cops wouldn't come out and straighten it out.
She got a hold of the sheriff's office or something like that?
I believe it was, yeah.
And I think she called more than once.
Yeah. It seems like the memory serves me. She did. She called at least twice. In front of the drive-thru. And
how do you rectify that in your head that's okay to call 911 for something like that when you know you're eating up an operator's time who really could be taking a valid phone call, but possibly somebody got short-sheeted on their pickles.
People think if I need help, call 911, and I need help.
That's not a criminal act.
But again, people are just absolutely don't know, or they wouldn't.
Even if you've got something actionable, that's not a criminal act. That's going to be more civil. Why don't you go get an attorney? See, they don't want to do that because that's going to cost them.
It costs cash. If I call the cops, they'll
The cops aren't going to come out and drag pickles out of McDonald's and shove them on your burger.
I'd like to get a list. I bet it exists somewhere of all, like, just a day in the 911 case in Dallas, and hear just the crap they have to put up with.
I was really surprised the first time we brought this up. It might have been during the chick at the Burger King, that we didn't start having dispatchers send us 911 tapes. Because they go through an absolute piss load of those on a daily basis.
What if they keep a file of just the most ridiculous ones? Like
save it for Christmas?
Yeah, possibly. Big party.
I think it's that mentality, though, of people. It's that I pay taxes.
Yeah, you're right. This is a city service, and I'm not happy.
It's a city service for criminal acts.
It's
got nothing to do. Just because you didn't get your pickles or your whatever doesn't mean that now, all of a sudden your rights have been violated. You didn't get your sauce. You didn't get your burger made just right.
It's only one number they can remember. 911. I need help. I need help.
Hold on. Line 5. Yes, Chris.
Oh, yeah, I just want to let you know, Russ, that there's a suicide jumper on 20 eastbound over the bridge of 35. It looks like he's about to jump, too.
How long's he been up there?
Yeah, I have no idea. I just drove past and saw him, though.
Okay.
He looks like he's ready to go.
Well, if anybody could actually roll down their windows, it's close. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus. Never mind, this is a human being out there.
He's the one up there blocking traffic.
He's the one with problems, mental problems.
What happened with the last guy? The one that was in Dallas a couple of months ago?
He ended up running.
Somebody said he wasn't 8 feet off the ground, and he still blocked traffic.
He's trying to make a point. He needs help.
He was making a point. He was protesting high gas prices while he's got traffic backed up, and everybody's burning gasoline.
Because he's crazy. He needed help. He doesn't need to be ridiculed and told to jump off a bridge. This guy may have serious mental problems or a family problem or, a number of things.
What, Trey?
His coworkers
if you were stuck in traffic, because of a jumper, what would you be thinking?
I'd be thinking, poor soul, bless his heart. I wish I could talk him down.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe his coworkers conspired against him. He hates all of them and wants to leave.
Then jump.
Very nice.
Well, that's not the way I meant it. But if you want to do it, go someplace. There are plenty of bridges out in East and West Texas where you can jump all day and not bother anybody.
He needs help. People do this to get attention and get help. At least Texas, nobody's going to help you. Seriously.
Then call some type of crisis, a suicide intervention.
Yeah, you can do. There's lots of ways to do it. You're right. Getting up on a bridge kind of makes a point. Look at me. I need some assistance.
Call somebody. Why you always got to do it and block traffic? What song is this? What is this, Chloe?
Pink Floyd.
Is it Learning to Fly? I don't know why I put this on here. Oh, it's Fly Like an Eagle.
Of years up on that bridge. Somebody you knew and loved.
If they're blocking traffic, I want them to either get off or go ahead and jump. There's no reason to drag everybody else into this, put everybody's life, bring it to a standstill because you want to make a scene. And I think the majority of the jumpers don't.
Most of them don't. You're right. Most of them get talked down because they want attention. They don't really want to kill themselves. If they wanted to kill themselves, they'd have done it in a closet with a gun or pills. They want attention. They want help. Doesn't make their life any less worthwhile. You couldn't put your life on hold for 20 minutes to save a life?
Me?
Yes.
No. What else I got on here?
Goodbye to you.
What?
Goodbye to you.
Yeah. How long before we need a break, Flo? How long?
About a minute.
Yeah.
What if you heard that somebody was out there, played this music, thought it was funny, people started yelling, jump to this guy, and he does and dies? Would you feel any responsibility at all?
No.
Even if you told him to jump and he went, you know what? You're right, life's not worth living. Russ is playing jump.
Because I said jump. Obviously, suicide was already in your mind.
Well, clearly suicide's in his mind.
Okay.
You could also talk people down.
You can talk them down. 2 different ways.
You don't get credit for that.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
We need a break here?
Yeah.
When we come back,
yes,
you're going to get your mouth full out of your
I'm
nipples.
kissing the nipple.
Yes, you are. In fact, does it say both of them?
Yes.
Yes.
What does it actually say on the board? Nipples or nipple?
Nipples.
Of course it does.
Why don't you see if you can get both of them in your mouth at the same time?
I don't believe so. Both of them are very large.
Alfie, stand up and see if you can mash your nipples together.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, that's close enough.
It's not.
You can do the lollipop lick back and forth.
Alfie passed a big milestone today. He got below 320.
Hell yeah.
50 pounds.
How much weight have you lost so far?
I guess that's, 52, 53, I guess.
Well, don't lose any more weight before he sucks on your teeth.
It's not dropping off that quick.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Hey, you?
Yeah.
I guess I could always turn around and look before I ask.
Yeah, he's in the back of the room.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Hey, traffic right now brought to us by Geico yet again. Right now in Dallas, Loop 12, Walton Walker Boulevard, southbound before Shady Grove. The two left lanes are closed because of a multiple vehicle crash, so that's a big one. The backup is up to Walnut Hill right now and could get worse. And a caller had called in earlier mentioning a possible jumper in Fort Worth. Not sure if that's exactly, but they do mention on 35 southbound ramp to I-20, the off-ramp is blocked due to what traffic service is saying is police activity. And that also blocks the 20 ramps to northbound 35W as well. There's your check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Dan. Okay, 80 for the low again tonight, and then cooling off a little bit tomorrow with some showers possible. We're going to be in the mid-90s, and we're 99 currently at Live 105.3.
Why is it always got to be during rush hour? The jumpers?
That's a real good question. Why it can't be 2 or 3 in the morning? Again, they don't really schedule their emotional distress around your traffic.
Yeah, they do.
You think so?
They want attention.
Well, they want attention, but you'd get attention at 9 o'clock at night, too.
Well, but if you're really going to do it, in your mind, you have come to a point of resolve that you're going to do it. You're not going to screw around with making a spectacle. You do it.
You just got to the, whatever, I guess.
Well, that's what
Most
you've
of
said
them
the
don't.
entire time, John. They're not going to jump. They just want some type of attention.
If they're going to jump, they're going to walk out to the bridge and jump like they do at the Golden Gate Bridge. There's people that do it all the time. They don't do it with fanfare. They don't stop traffic. They walk out there. They jump. That's the end of it.
And it's happened a number of times with the high five. It was a few months back, maybe up to a year ago. Middle of the night, guy went up to the top of the high five in his car, pulled off to the side, got out.
Done. Yeah, this guy wants to be saved. You know, again, it's why
Then make a phone call. There are a lot of different services, a lot of different groups, people that would actually keep you from even getting to the bridge, especially during rush hour, and standing up there and eating up the police services and the fire when, again, they probably got other things to do to keep them busy.
Again, most likely there's normally somebody he's trying to impress or show how much he loves them, like an ex-girlfriend or a girlfriend. You bring her out here and I won't jump. That kind of thing. That's a last-ditch effort to
That's
get
not the way
attention.
that you're going to get them back.
How did you try so many times to get people back? Pathetic. Cry. Don't leave me. I'll kill myself.
I gave that up.
You did it, though. You tried it. And what did she say when you said you'd kill yourself?
Go ahead.
Makes it easier on both of us. Thanks, Russ.
I abandoned that theory back in the 90s.
Maybe this is this guy's first time through. And next time he'll know better than try the bridge.
All right.
Or there's some chick that'll come back and go, he loves me that much. And they'll get back together.
Cut off a leg.
No, it's
cut off something if you want to prove your love.
Last-ditch effort to try to get somebody back. Maybe. Or maybe he's just deranged.
Why not flowers?
Okay.
That's even funnier visual of him standing up on the bridge with flowers.
Glad you got where I was going.
Were you able to get into David Henry's office?
Yes.
All right.
What are you going to do now?
He said no digital board. I believe what I told him yesterday was, you don't get me some type of paperwork that says I'm going to have a digital board in here in short order. There are going to be things in your office that are going to start to vaporize.
He can't just wiggle his nose and make
it happen. He's had more than enough time to wiggle that snout to get me a digital board.
Again, they say...
and the thing is, I don't want one. I don't need it. Nobody can tell the difference if there's one in here or not. I just want it now.
I just want to be a pain in the ass. And they said they do it. They have to wait for the next budget to come around. Why can't you just let corporate every once in a while win? Just one.
They've won from time to time.
They've never won with you, ever. And this digital board thing only came up when they started popping up around the building, and Jack FM got one.
Well, the first one, they stick one in Jack FM. Really, we've made the joke 100 times. You could run Jack FM with a couple of iPods.
I know you could, but that's not the way corporate looks at it. They're looking at capital investments and improvements because they don't know Jack FM may not be here next year. Maybe they will be, maybe they won't. They're thinking of that studio as a capital investment. They're not thinking about the format that's on it. And you're absolutely correct. You could run Jack FM from your house.
You can run it from Kurt Johnson's computer. Mm-hmm. He's the one that programs it. You hook a computer up to the studio to transmit a link, plug all the songs in there, and just do a couple iPods, stick them on shuffle.
I think they go to a little more trouble than that, but your point is well taken. They don't need an expensive board in that room.
Or why would they be first on the list?
They were first on the list because they have one of the oldest boards. That's the way they.
But they don't use 90% of that board. They use 3 channels on it. One song, the next song, the computer's spots go in the middle.
You are correct. They don't need that board. Period. They don't. But on the other hand, now that room where the board is going to be the studio for all the other shows on the station.
Chloe, go down there and see if you can get that Fleetwood Mac guitar off the wall.
Okay.
Let me know if you have any issues. It might be screwed in.
I think it is.
How do you know?
I've been down there in his office hanging out. I looked at it recently.
So you know how it's affixed?
Yeah, it's got a neck thing, and it's got a wrap around the neck that looks like it's locked in. I just noticed it because it looked like it wouldn't be easy to come off the wall, unlike the ones you have here, but you can just yank off the wall.
Oh. Well, I'm not doing my own. Yes, Sharon.
Hey, I just called to find out where the jumper was, and this is why I've been stuck in traffic. Traffic is backed up to freaking Berry Street, and so I've been weaving in and out. He's sitting on the edge of the bridge. I mean, the ledge, not the top part, but the over edge. He is sitting there, and they're only letting one lane of traffic get by on the far left-hand side, and they've got the exit blocked off to go to 820 eastbound. And I'm like, jump! Get it over with! Traffic, man! So anyways, I apologize.
Well, hang on. Say he's sitting, when you say he's sitting on the ledge, you mean like if he just inched forward a couple of feet, he'd be off?
See, he only needs to go an inch or two.
Oh, so his feet are just dangling off?
Yeah, I mean, imagine your apartment, you know how they have those little ledges outside the window?
Right.
That's what he's sitting on.
What an inconsiderate dick.
No kidding. How rude. I mean, do you know how many thousands of people he is inconveniencing right now? Some of us have to get home and take care of our pets, you know?
Pets, family, kids, you got things to get to.
Absolutely. You know, I got better things to do than some idiot hanging off of a bridge.
It's a man's life.
Lord have mercy.
Thank you.
It's a man's life. And
you know what?
Okay, could he have picked a better time and a better place and a better way to do it? Yes, but this is where he is.
But he doesn't respect his life, so why should we?
He does. Obviously, he hasn't jumped yet. He's wanting attention. He's wanting somebody to talk him down.
Yeah, he's a pussy.
Dan's got a valid point.
Which is what?
You place no value on your life. You're thinking about jumping off of a bridge. Why is it we should put any value into it?
You put value into his life because he's a human being.
Then call somebody, get somebody on the phone, do it from the house.
He could have, but
jump off your house.
Obviously, we've said before, the guy wants attention. He's getting attention. This is the way to do it. So, I don't know what's going on in his world. I have no clue, but he needs help. He doesn't.
I'm going to set up a platform someplace and just let people have access to it that want to jump so they don't block traffic.
The jumping off point for you.
Possibly charge them.
I just feel sorry for the boy.
Maybe a nice little springboard action.
I don't know, the fire department just doesn't rush underneath him with some kind of a trampoline. So, that way if he does fall, at least his life is... And then you walk up and you kick him in the back of the head and he falls. But he's safe.
That's what they did to the previous guy.
Everybody's happy.
Oh, that's right. They pulled right up underneath him with a truck or something, right?
Yeah, so his fall would have been about 6 feet. Sprained my ankle.
And he still stayed up there.
Yeah, I don't know why at that point they don't just...
I'll just come by and hose him off.
Big fire hose.
Yeah.
Ass. It looks bad for the city when you're hosing people off bridges that are trying to commit suicide. It's not good for tourism.
Did you get it off the wall?
It's mounted up there way too good.
All right.
Just as well. You don't need to attack
That
me.
doesn't mean I'm not going to go get it.
Why are you going to do this to him?
Because I want a digital board. I made no point. I didn't really blow up his George Patton.
But he thought for a while.
Patton?
Yes.
Damn. Blow up his George Patton picture.
I know.
We faked the entire thing. Just I gave him a warning. That was a shot over the bow. Now I'm going to take the guitar down, and that bitch is going to go. And I can't stand Fleetwood Mac anyway. So all of this works out better since they signed it.
God, where did you get in this terror of getting people's personal stuff and just destroying it, going through it, looking at it? You think you have full run of this building? You could do anything you want to anybody with no ramifications whatsoever?
That reminds me, he has to kiss Alfie's nipples.
That reminds me.
Thank you very much. Alfie, bring those...
you have to sing the Booty 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 song.
I'm okay with he's already into that. Bring those tasty treats in here.
How far to the closest bridge?
Mm-hmm. Well, this is going to be over pretty quick.
It's going to... Not in my mind, it won't be.
Well...
Yeah, but it'll last forever.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, come around the console, Alfie. Get you some...
Alfie, have you no self-esteem? Why are you letting them do this to you?
I want you to do it.
Oh, that ain't helping. Oh, Dan, no, you were Mr. Big. You get over here and watch this. Come on. You were behind all this. Come on, watch. Yes.
I wasn't the one that told you to hit the delay.
Homophobe.
This is not being a homophobe. This is gay.
No. That's what Dan should have to watch.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Take no pictures.
Go ahead, Alfie.
I go in the hall.
No. We should do it between Dan and I.
No, Dan didn't do anything. Alfie, pop out those two splendors.
Dan started this whole thing by stealing my cell phone.
Suck those nipples.
I'm not sucking them.
Suck them.
Oh, Alfie.
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry?
Get it over with.
No, this is making my stomach turn.
Hurry up. Don't bop it on his titties.
Okay, here we go.
Wow. Oh.
You have powder on? They taste odd.
Excuse me, Slick.
Yeah.
He's got two of them.
That's enough. One is plenty.
The wheel says nipples.
It didn't say immediately afterwards.
Nipples. Pop the other one back out, Alfie, and make sure he doesn't do the same one twice. Or you're going to start over.
All right, Alfie.
What the hell's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? You're the one in there showing your...
You didn't actually go at it like that.
Alfie, take the other one and rub it till it's hard.
It is cold in here.
Hold on, can I have a swig of Fresca between?
No.
I'll let you do that at the wine tasting. You clear your palate.
Oh, he's not blowing anything in your mouth.
You don't know that.
Okay. Oh, my God! My head! God!
Broke my nose. The way you grabbed your head and pulled it in, you look like a hungry puppy.
God, Alfie. That hurt.
Thank you, Alfie.
You're welcome.
I feel closer to you.
Look at me. Dan, what's your problem?
I had nausea.
Huh? You should have been in the kill zone.
I'm close enough.
You ready for news?
Yes.
All right. Possibly you'll sit back and think about when you've done. What's it going to take to get that guitar off the wall?
Screwdriver and like a crescent wrench or pliers. He's got this funky mount thing in the back. I've never seen it before.
That shouldn't take too long.
Nah.
Just get one of the engineers to do it.
From where?
They're not fixing something.
They're not here.
Oh, well, there's that.
They're always out at the transmitter working on something.
Yeah, happy hour.
All right, try this again. We'll do illegal at 5. All right, 5:15. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. An American Airlines jet made an emergency landing Monday at New York's Kennedy Airport after one of the 2 engines lost power. The MD-80 took off from LaGuardia bound for Atlanta, but the crew immediately noticed they did not have full power. They powered it back, shut down the engine as they're trained to do, continued to fly on one engine, and made a totally normal landing at JFK 20 minutes later.
You better open the freaking window.
Why?
They had an engine go out?
Engine failure, yes. So they just shut it down and came back around and landed. But the fact is they've had two of these in 2 days in a row, so it doesn't look really good right now.
Same airline?
Yeah, American.
And I like how the American spokesman, Tim Smith, is the one that said that it made a totally normal landing. Really?
Well, they're trained to land with one engine.
It's not totally normal if you have to land 20 minutes after you take off on one engine.
Well, the one today was even
And
worse.
if it's that safe and they've been designed to fly with one engine, why didn't you go wherever you were going to go?
Well, because
it's not safe.
It's safe.
It's not safe.
You can't climb as fast, and you can't go as fast. And needless to say, now you got one redundant engine. You got to go back and land. That's the normal technique, as well as the one today. Of course, they happen to just have that news helicopter over the top of the American Airlines jet today when everybody's jumping out on the chutes.
Yeah. Passengers.
That was the one where the cabin filled with smoke?
Yeah. In Los Angeles, passengers were evacuated by inflatable chutes from an American Airlines jetliner after an emergency landing at LAX. The airport reported that smoke was detected in the cabin before the landing. The flight was bound for Honolulu. No injuries were reported.
Claude, let's see if David's got a computer monitor in his office. Then we'll work on the guitar later. Go ahead.
Well, it seems like every few months we hear another news story about someone in India with some type of crazy deformity. Well, the latest is about 24-year-old Haram Ashok Kumthakar of Goa, India. So what makes him so special? On each hand, he has 6 fingers. And on each foot, he has 7 toes, which, of course, adds up to a grand total of 26 fingers and toes.
You play the banjo?
No. Doesn't say. Down in India.
India, so sitar, possibly.
He'd be freaking good.
Give some a chance to rest.
He's got 7 fingers on each hand?
6 fingers on each hand and 7 toes on each foot.
How did somebody find out about that? Is this a grown man?
Yeah, 24 years old.
So why all of a sudden now is it a story? Why not when he was born?
Maybe his family, was a little embarrassed and kept it under wraps until he got to be older, and then he was...
Well, why didn't you have him chopped off when he was a kid so you didn't have to go through life learning a different counting system?
It's India.
So?
They're until the last 10 years, dirt poor.
They have hospitals there and plenty of doctors.
But what kind of ridicule you're going to go through with the kid having 6 fingers on each hand?
I think I'd rather have all the extra pieces than no hands or feet.
What?
You said just chop him off if he was younger. I'd rather have the extra digits than nothing.
I think Russ meant
I don't mean chop off all the fingers off, just the extra ones.
Okay, that will.
Because it's not an emergency.
It'll take you 3 months on his feet to go through the piggy thing.
No, not really. It's not an emergency. Why put someone up through surgery? It's not an emergency.
Because especially when they're a child, it's probably going to be easier at that point. And you know all the anxiety. I'm sure even in India, kids are probably cruel with a kid running around with his 6 fingers on each hand.
They probably are. But again, if you don't have the money, then you just you put on the shoes and don't let him go to the beach and that kind of thing. What?
Take those flip-flops off.
There'll be no Crocs for you this summer.
Oh, you got one.
Oh, my God.
Nice Dell.
Okay. That'll work fine.
And you're just going to blow it up.
Yes. Computer monitors don't cost that much anymore.
Mm-mm.
Trey, how long would it take to set up the Canon?
2 minutes.
And they get a mic out there?
You already got the lines run. So
do me a favor. Can I move my truck first so I don't have, like yesterday, a Snickers bar stuck to the window? That wasn't funny at all. You go to the car wash on the way home and scrub that crap. Can I move my truck?
How hard did the Snickers bar scatter on your truck?
It hit the center of the driver's. You're lucky it didn't shatter that window. It's hit hard enough to stick.
It's a Snickers bar.
I'm telling you.
It's supposed to stick to your ribs. It's filling.
Get some nuts.
Satisfying.
I understand. It just hit. It's hard enough to stick. When I went out there, it was still stuck to the lower part of the window.
Trey wasn't aiming at your truck.
That's not the point. Things get broken around here all the time that you're not aiming at. You weren't aiming at Cody's car when it got smashed.
I didn't do that. That was Trey and Chuck outside jacking around with the airbag, and they swore to me it was far enough away that it wasn't going to hit anybody's car. They blow the airbag, goes in the air, and then comes back 30 feet and goes through Cody's windshield.
So accidents do happen.
And that's not that was Chuck.
You were out there. You could have said, possibly you should move the airbag.
I'm not in charge of airbags. Chuck was in charge of airbags. He was the expert on that.
So
you're the one who brought off the bigger one that ended up breaking his window. I was just an innocent bystander.
I brought out another airbag. It looked like the passenger side. It was the devil side of the
little bigger
one you'd see in a steering wheel. I'm just curious to what it would do. And obviously, it wasn't worth $1,400.
Is that what it ended up costing you?
The windshield was $6 or $7, and the body damage was another $5 or $6.
That's some great audio. I know we've been doing too much best of today, but that's a funny piece. That's an explosion. That's classic.
I find no humor in it. Because every time we play it, it reminds me of what I had to spend for that bit, especially a bit that nobody buys. Nobody believes that. They'll believe other things, but they won't believe that. Trey, if you'd go set up the cannon, please.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So since when do murderers have a say in how they're executed? We have two examples here. Back in 2002, when Amrozi Gufron, his brother Ali Gufron, and Imam Samudra bombed a nightclub in the Indonesian island of Bali. 202 people were killed in the attacks, 164 were foreign tourists, and another 209 were injured. These terrorists have been sentenced to death by firing squad, but now they're asking to be beheaded instead. Because according to the lawyer, death by firing squad contains elements of torture. If you shoot the convict once and he doesn't immediately die, you shoot him at point blank in the head.
What were these guys convicted of?
It was a bombing.
Nightclub bombing.
Okay.
Killed 202 people.
All right. And I'm sure a lot of those people didn't die immediately.
Probably not.
I'm sure a lot of it was from shrapnel and blood loss and a lot of pain. And then finally they just died.
Laid around probably for a while, some of them in the hospital.
So why is it you think that there's a menu?
I mean, like in this country, we're even worse. I mean, we're worried about the lethal injection being too difficult, or maybe one not. The next story he has is about, this guy. I'll let you read it.
Yeah,
but this is one that's here.
Well, but these guys are now choosing decapitation
because it's quicker.
I don't care. I don't want you to have any choice in the way that you go out. Those people that died in that bombing had no choice in that. They got no say-so.
And you're right. They suffered a lot. Some of them just laid there and bled.
So why do you think all of a sudden you're entitled to some type of special dispensation because you're about to die? Because you get nothing. I want it to be as big of a pain in the ass as it can be before you're gone. And if you got a bunch of guys who aren't really good at shooting, I just cherish that.
Get the retard squad out there.
You don't put marksmen out there. You get somebody out there. You stick somebody out there that's myopic.
A gun rifle.
Yeah, a bunch of narrow.
It may take all day.
What is it when your vision's up close? Get a bunch of nearsighted jackasses out there with barrels that are bent to the side
and squinting.
I want it to be as anxiety-ridden as it possibly can be.
Shoot for like 4 or 5 hours. We need a break.
The backdrop is like 10 other people lined up, and it's just drawings.
Are they moving?
No.
We'll try again.
Reload.
Everybody always wants. They've gone through and committed some type of horrific crime and killed hundreds of people, and now I got to worry about you to make sure that when you're terminated, it's done in a compassionate fashion.
Because we're doing it to them, and that we know they're terrorists, we know they're horrible people, but as a society, we try not to think of ourselves.
Well, this isn't this society. Where is it?
Well, this is Indonesia,
but it happens here too. There's another guy that...
I'll read the next story that he keeps referring to.
1986, 41-year-old Richard Cooey was sentenced to death in Ohio for raping and murdering 2 young girls, and he's scheduled to be executed on October 14th by lethal injection. But according to Cooey's attorney, there are 2 complications. The first is that he is overweight. If his executioners can't find a proper vein, the effectiveness of one of the drugs used in the execution might be diminished, which can make the execution excruciating.
I'll bet you can find a vein someplace in the middle of his...
Most likely. You could find one.
There are plenty of veins floating around on him that they could shove in, and if the only one that you got that's exposed is in your weenie, I'm okay with that one. Shove it in his pee hole.
I don't know where they come off knowing to be able to tell us how we kill them. It's terrible. What did you do? You raped and murdered 2 girls.
Yeah, and plus you're right, Russ. A vein is a vein. Where does it say it has to be the vein in your arm?
Yeah, I don't care where they find the vein. And I'm okay with him getting the death sentence if it was just rape. If they could prove it beyond a shadow of doubt, there were witnesses or
DNA or whatever.
Yeah, just something more than testimony, because you can't really do the death penalty on something like that. But if you go out and you rape somebody and take that humanity away, I'm okay with them getting zapped for that as well. And if they can't shove a needle in his arm, then you ram it up his hoot.
As a society, we go back to weird.
Aren't there plenty of veins back there in your ass?
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Blood vessels, whatever. Yeah. Jab around in there till he's dead.
That's the vindictive thing to do. We don't do that. We are
putting him to death because we're vindictive.
We're putting him to death.
There's no reasoning to put people to death when you can lock them up forever. We're doing it because we're vindictive.
That's why we've gotten away from hanging and from the electric chair, because this is more PC.
We're still putting them to death because we're taking God's law into our own hands, which I'm fine with.
I know you are.
The vengeance is his. That don't float, saith the Lord. Earl. But that's all the death penalty is that's just being vindictive. And I'm ecstatic that we still do it. And the fact that we put it on hold for a while is nothing more than irritating. And you've got the guy that claims to be a Mexican citizen. I forget what the crime was. I think he's supposed to be put to death tonight. They better that DILF down in Austin. Who was that?
Perry?
Yeah, Perry better not put a stay on that one.
He has not, actually. I saw him on CNN last night. He goes, you know what? This case doesn't even deserve a review. He was on with one of the CNN guys.
Go ahead. The International Court has ordered us not to put him to death, and he basically said, F you. He said, all right, if Congress can pass a law, they can pass a law, and I have to abide by that, but oh yeah, they're on vacation.
Did he say that?
They've got a nice little will return sign.
It's too late for him to run for president.
How long before we need a break?
Soon.
All right, Trey, you want to go out there with the monitor?
Absolutely.
You can take the two-way if you want. Is the mic plugged in out there?
Yes.
What are you going to stop at? At what point have you done enough?
When I get a digital board.
It'll be all right.
When I get a digital board.
Next year.
When I get a digital board. You ready?
Almost.
What's that squeaking? Hang on a second. Don't do nothing just yet.
Big man.
Shut up. Come on. I have no concern. Excuse me. Hey, Trey?
Yeah.
Abort. Jackasses down at Fire Station 47. We're waiting on that. Sirens didn't start until Trey got outside.
To the Russ Martin Show. It's that good. The Russ Martin Show.
missed it. Who wants immunity for what? You guys were talking about two different people.
Mary Kate Olsen wants immunity in the Heath Ledger investigation.
What'd she do?
I don't know.
There were 2 drugs that were found in his body that he did not have prescriptions for.
I don't mean he got them from her.
No, they just want to talk to her about it. She said, I'll talk to you about it, but you got to give me immunity and any prosecution if by chance I had any connection to the drugs he had in his body.
Wasn't she staying in he's staying in her apartment or whatever?
Yeah.
All right, well, it could have been drugs in there that she had that he took.
Again, I have no idea what she's afraid of, but that's what she wants.
Do you have the story, Dan?
Yeah, it's pretty much everything he said, but the New York Post reported yesterday that federal investigators looking into the death of Heath Ledger have been unable to get Mary Kate Olsen to answer any questions because she is demanding immunity before she'll talk. The masseuse who found Ledger's body at his Manhattan apartment did not call 911. She called Mary Kate. Mary Kate didn't call 911. She called her bodyguards, who arrived at the scene around the same time as paramedics. There's been speculation ever since that Mary Kate had something to do with the drug cocktail that killed Ledger. New York City police concluded their investigation without talking to her because they figured they'd gotten enough info from other witnesses, but the DEA is now on the case, and they do want to talk to Mary Kate, but she wants to make sure she can't be prosecuted. All the drugs that Heath Ledger accidentally overdosed on were legally obtained via prescription, except for the painkillers Vicodin and OxyContin. Authorities are trying to figure out where he got them from.
Is that the official coroner's report? It was an accidental overdose?
Yeah. Yes.
Did he have a history of drug abuse?
That is rumored, yes. I don't know as far as any kind of arrest or anything, but yes.
All right.
And everybody tried to blame it's the Batman movie. It's that terrible Joker. Shut up. The guy's an actor in Hollywood.
Well, they said after he finished with that role, they said he went into a deep funk afterwards because he got too far into the part.
If you get into a deep funk, you're going to be a funk regardless of what you were in because you take the makeup off and come on.
But also, on the other hand, I heard that, saw in a news story that Michael Caine, who's of course in it, said that he loved watching Heath Ledger work because they would talk off set before they were shooting as if Heath Ledger was normal, and then he'd go shoot the scene as the Joker and just flip it on and off like a switch.
Getting into character.
According to Michael Caine, but then you have other reports saying he got too deep into it.
I want everybody that's in the new Dark Knight movie on my Deadpool list.
I was actually thinking about that yesterday.
Why?
Because, well, you got Heath Ledger and Morgan Freeman had that flip over.
Car wreck, yeah.
I don't know who else is in the movie, but I want them.
Everybody that's in the movie is going to be dead. There's some kind of
Michael
curse.
Caine, Christian Bale, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Have you seen the Batman movie yet, Russ?
No.
I just wondered. Has anybody got a take on why the Batman character talks the way he does? Because when he becomes Batman, he don't talk like himself anymore.
So people don't recognize his voice.
Well, he's the only Batman that's ever done that.
It's annoying.
It really is annoying.
Oh, it's totally annoying.
Hang on, your mic's not plugged in. Is it the...
It's deep and dark and gravelly, and they even said they actually enhanced it in post. He talks like this when he gets into the Batman character.
He did that in the first one.
Did he? I don't remember being that bad and that gravelly.
Keaton, Michael? The 89 Batman.
Darker.
The voice changed when you get in the outfit. You're trying to disguise yourself so nobody knows who you are.
Is that what happens to you when you get in the outfit?
Yeah.
Your voice changes?
And all of a sudden other things start happening.
All part of the superhero.
Yeah. A lot of downsides to it.
Well, sure, it's a dark character.
Thank you. Want to finish the news, Dan?
And then the other one you ask about, that mom in Florida who, quote-unquote, lost her daughter. She won't say anything.
Right.
She's asking for immunity in order to talk to the police.
No. You get no immunity. You're the mom.
Well, what would be their incentive to give her anything? I mean, right now, she's in the catbird seat because the kid's vanished. If you don't have a body, I'm going to guess you can't really charge them with murder.
No.
Maybe hit her with neglect because she lost sight of the kid. But if she tells them anything, then all of a sudden, you've indicted yourself.
It's so
But again, why would the prosecutors want to give her anything? Hey, you know what? Don't tell us anything. If the baby's alive, we're going to find he or her. We'll find her sooner or later, and if the baby's dead, we're probably still going to find her. So we're not going to give you. No, there'll be no deals here.
That is the strangest case I think I've heard of in so many years. Just the kid would be gone for a month.
This is the same chick who lost her kid, and then they saw her out partying, doing a bump with some other chicks.
Yeah, at a hot body contest.
Yes. And they have pictures of her at least once. Some of the other pictures that have come surfaced, they say, well, that was years ago. But the hot body contest has been since the baby was lost.
Now, is she locked back up again?
Oh, yeah.
Why did they go get her?
They're charging
to lose.
I think they're charged. They've charged over something to neglect, and refusing, and lying to the police.
Something like that. I mean, it's like a $500,000 bond. So they obviously feel pretty strongly that they're going to get it sooner or later.
Okay. Hang on, guys. See Gavin's back in his office. How was your meeting?
It was good.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I was just tired. It ran way late.
What'd you guys talk about?
Just overall business stuff. Some stuff I can talk about, some stuff I can't.
All right. What can you talk about?
Just basically, with a new system coming as far as how we're rated. So it's just research studies done on that.
Okay.
And we talked about another meeting on vehicle maintenance and stuff like that. So that we won't.
What did that entail? Because you guys let Jack FM vans sit in the back for 2 or 3 years. You don't do anything with them because you think they don't run. Send them to my shop, and we find out the battery was dead.
I know, and that's why we're fixing that problem now.
What's to fix? Go outside. If it's got grass growing around it, try and start it.
That's good overall.
I know.
Rule.
We have new systems in place so that won't happen.
What's the system that you put in place? If a vehicle's out there and it's got our name on it, it's okay to start it.
No, I understand, but I mean...
But you had to have a meeting to tell somebody to go outside from time to time and start one of the vehicles.
No, you have to set up a protocol system.
I love corporations.
It makes sense.
A protocol...
Because now you have someone spearheading it because everyone was just...
You had to eat up 3 or 4 hours during your day to tell somebody to take the keys and go out and start up one of the vans.
No, what I'm saying is that someone's pointing the process because, taking it to various garages and getting robbed as far as prices.
I didn't rob you.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying that's what's been happening, and that's why we have
I could have raped you guys when you sent the Jack FM to my shop. I didn't have to tell you it was just the battery that was dead, and that's all.
They would have believed anything.
I even gave you cost on the battery and cost on the towing.
I am so glad I came back over here. Why?
So if you worry about shops screwing you around, send it over to mine.
Well, yeah, if you can give the best price, absolutely. Those are the things that we're looking into.
I don't get what's to look into.
There wasn't proper maintenance being done on various vehicles, so it was to get everyone together and then give the sheet and say, here's who's in charge of what, here's the process, here's the checklist system, and this is how it's going to go.
You got probably $80,000, $90,000 worth of vehicles sitting out back that nobody was checking on a regular basis.
Yes.
And it didn't dawn on anybody, hey, we can't see the vehicles anymore because of the foliage.
Well,
we should probably go try and start one of those.
That's why we had this meeting, and now it's all taken care of.
Oh, God.
Is this astounding to anybody else?
Absolutely not. If you've ever been on the other side, I've been in management, and it's not astounding. It's funny as hell, but it's not astounding at all. They have to have subgroups and subgroups and spearheads to those groups to make somebody start a car.
Why don't you just rotate the vehicles out? Hey, we took this one out to an appearance. We'll take the other one. Stick big numbers on them if you got them. Hang on. So what was the resolve on getting the station vehicles running?
Now we have a system. Some of the vehicles are going to be turned in. We're going to get some new vehicles eventually.
Those were new vehicles before it turned into a Tarzan set out back.
I know, and we're going to clean them up and use them.
And you guys had to have some type of caucus to come up with that.
No caucus. We just had a meeting with a sheet that said, here's what's going on and here's what needs to happen.
PowerPoint presentations, folders, pie charts.
Well, here's the problem that I see with the station vehicles. Here's a pie chart. See this?
Yes, I see it.
All right. This doesn't actually have stats on it. No. It's just a picture of a pie.
I noticed that.
But here's my solution.
What is it?
Start those bitches. Thank you.
I had no idea Ross Perot was into vehicle maintenance.
Why do you take 3 hours to get together and go, all right, here's what we're going to do. Again, here's the pie chart.
I see it.
Here's my pointer.
Yeah.
See right here?
Uh-huh.
That's a peach.
It wasn't 3 hours.
That's peach pie. All right, I'm just pointing out how stupid this is. Yeah. I got a pie chart.
Yes.
Do you see it?
I see it.
There's a pie chart right here. There's a picture of peach pie.
Delicious.
All right. Now, forget about peach pie. Go start those bitches.
We'll get right on it. I'll tell you what's even scarier. Spearhead this.
What?
It's anyway, these promotions kids take those big trailers out with all the stuff in it. They don't know how to drive with a trailer. Dan and I watched these two kids try to back the trailer up.
I would probably think CBS Legal would have issue with you bringing this on. On the outside chance that somebody gets wiped out.
It's just until they had their trailer training center.
Their trailer training?
Yes. The big symposium they had that weekend.
Instead of using pylons, they used homeless fellers.
Yeah, well, you use what you have.
Well, pylons don't scream. Anything else you cover in your meeting?
Yeah, that meeting was 15 minutes, and then I went into another meeting.
All right. My name come up at all?
No.
And I don't care. Oh, we need a break?
No.
Did we already start news?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, then don't load up the noise thingy. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Last year, just over 153,000 women had breast reduction surgery. And
that should be outlawed.
Why?
No.
Breast reduction?
Yes.
Outlawed.
Why?
You got big boobs.
I know. Back problems?
God wants you to have those.
I think it'd give you a lot of...
It's a sin against nature.
It is not. And to be healthy...
You have those big boobs for a reason.
These ladies turned out to be happier after they had them reduced. You're talking about people that literally have back issues, can't do certain things, have low self-esteem because their boobs are so large.
Why would your self-esteem drop because you got cans the size of cans?
Well, because they're uncomfortable. They're not attractive at some point.
You're supposed to have them. Nature gave them to you for a reason.
No, then if you're giving you physical problems, then you get it addressed.
Wear a back brace.
They still can't run.
Some of them can't sleep.
Why?
Because their breasts are so large, they go to the side or they can't sleep on their stomach.
That is making me so much.
Some of these are overly grossly large, and they have to have them reduced. And there's women that have their breast implants taken out that were happier. Look at Valerie.
I think she had those taken out just because of any health concerns.
And she was happier.
That's the only thing Valerie had going for her as far as she had her superpowers taken out.
You nailed her after she had them taken out.
That was irritating.
What, the timing of it all?
Yeah.
I could see that.
It was just through my respect for Everett.
God.
That I waited. I'm sure Everett gets to play with them. And they break up, and what do I get? Cupcakes.
I'm not sure they were completely broken up when you were having your cupcake, were you? Were they?
I didn't see him.
I wasn't in the room at the time.
Go ahead with the story.
Okay. A new study has found that women who have breast reduction surgery are generally happier after they have it done. A man named Dr. Miguel Sabino Nito led the study. He says patients seek out breast reduction surgery to ease pain and discomfort associated with having larger breasts. According to the doctor, women who've had breast reduction surgery show an immediate improvement in their ability to perform everyday tasks. A reduction...
But nobody wants to look at them now.
Yes, they do. They still leave some breast tissue there.
Well, I didn't say they take all of them out, but if you got a couple of great big boobs, then consider that just godly.
You've seen women in stores that their boobs are...
Those are big fat women who are fat just in general. You got big cans because you got a big ass, and that's what keeps you from falling over.
I think normally
they're human weebles.
Normally, these people that have the reduction surgery are also big people. There are very few little 108-pound girls that, 15 pounds of it's boob.
Well, if you're a big fat chick and you want to have breast reduction, that's no concern to me.
Because you won't be looking at it.
Because now you're just going to look off balance.
I was so funny. You mentioned this the other day, big fat chicks in hot cars. I pulled up behind this Ferrari the other day.
I was am I lying?
Said this.
As you're pulling up to that Ferrari and you see hair blowing in the wind,
hair.
You actually start to get just a slight erection. And then you pull up next to it, and it's like, I wasted all that blood.
I thought you were really rude when you first said it, and then I pulled up against a Ferrari 2 days ago. Blonde hair, just slightly blowing.
I can't wait to get up there.
And I'm thinking, this is going to be smoking, and it's some 60-year-old fat thing on a phone, and you just want to run her off the road.
I
don't deserve that car. You don't deserve a highway. You notice they're there.
Why would they sell them those cars?
Well, because they can buy them and they can sell anything they want to, but you're right, there should be some disclaimer. A sticker on the back would be nice. Fat chick head.
Yeah.
That would be, baby on board, fat chick head.
No erection needed. Nothing to see here.
That's all it needs.
Save your engorgement. You're entering a no engorgement zone.
A warning sticker would be nice.
I've actually noticed that with, in addition to like Ferraris, real nice sports cars, chicks in Jeeps, like Wranglers.
Yeah.
Typically, every time I see a chick in a Jeep, they're usually very, very attractive.
Yeah.
And then on occasion,
with a Jeep like that, they tend to be more athletic. They're out.
Yeah.
They're younger. They like to get some sun.
And it's like the soft top, and in the summer they'll take it off, ride around in their bikini.
Yeah.
And I saw that once. But the bikini was attached to a 200-pound moose. And it was the same exact thing. I pulled up, saw the hair, from behind. It's like, oh, here we go.
You're getting wound up. You can't wait to pull up next to the side of that vehicle. So in your mind, you can screw her.
Yeah.
And then later you find out you're into bestiality. How long before we need a break, Flo?
2.
All right. Trey, it is. It's an absolute short sheet.
Again, the Ferrari dealerships need to come with just a sticker, just a little one, to give us the idea that this is coming up. Warning.
A little unhappy face in the back.
That would do it.
All right. Ready to try the David Henry's monitor again?
Absolutely.
Okay. Flo, plug the outside mic back in. Get in.
It's visual. The guys down at they're Station 47. They're doing it again.
Well, we'll know if the sirens go off simultaneously again. Did he take this two-way? I'll check. Hello? Trey, you got headphones?
Yep.
Oh, all right. Who is that?
It's just a car in traffic.
Could have been a motorcade. How long before you're set?
I'm pretty much set.
Okay.
Ready?
Lord.
What?
Why are you... I know your purpose, but you just got to tear things up and destroy things for David Henry. It's not going to get you aboard any quicker.
I bet if he keeps losing things out of his office every day, that I get a digital board in here in a couple of weeks, or at least I get some paperwork that shows that they bought one.
If I was him, I'd just type you up a receipt and fire away. God.
All right, Trey.
All right, here we go.
Count us down.
3, 2, 1.
Didn't sound good.
Ooh.
Back to the Russ Martin Show. This soap opera gets better and better. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Is it? I'll just turn around and look.
Hey, Russ.
Hey, Dan. All right, what do you got?
All right, traffic this time around brought to us by Geico. We still have that big problem in Fort Worth, 35 southbound at I-20. They're still calling it police activity. We, of course, are getting information that it's probably a jumper with his feet dangling. Right now, it's backed up all the way to I-30. You have to watch for various and changing blockages the whole way through. Some alternate routes for your James Avenue, McCart, Riverside, just to name a couple. Also in Fort Worth, 35 southbound, before you get to I-30, there's an accident there. That's, of course, in the middle of the already really bad traffic due to the jumper. And in Dallas, I-30 eastbound before South Lamar Street, there's an accident that's been cleared, but traffic is still unwinding to Sylvan, and also in Dallas, 35 northbound at the Northwest Highway. There's an accident there, and of course, that's already in the middle of stop-and-go traffic, making things worse. There's your check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Dan. Hot again tonight, 81 for the low. Now, some of the storms that are spin-off of the sort of hurricane that came through Galveston may be hitting us later this evening, cooling things a bit. Mid-90s tomorrow. We're at 98 now at the Live 105.3.
All right. You ready to finish news, Dean?
Sure.
Okay. You do it legal?
Yes.
6:07. Dan O'Malley's here with more news.
Thank you, Russ. On February 23rd, Kevin and Marcia Hansen of West Bend, Wisconsin, stopped for dinner at a place called the Texas Roadhouse. But when Kevin's steak wasn't prepared the way he liked it, he sent it back. A 24-year-old man named Ryan Kropp was working in the kitchen, and he didn't appreciate that Kevin had complained about his steak. So Ryan cut a slit in the steak and stuffed it with a clump of some pubes before sending it back out.
Read that again. Same delivery.
See what I can do. So Ryan cut a slit in the steak and stuffed it with a clump of pubes before sending it back out. Kevin took his steak home and saved it for breakfast the next morning. But after taking a few bites, he found Ryan's little gift. Kevin called the police, and Ryan was arrested on July 19th.
They don't know that was his
pubes.
They're going to do DNA testing just on this steak?
They must have enough to arrest him.
You don't know where those...
Well, the problem... pubes
came from?
The only person that had access to the steak. Oh, I guess the guy could have gone, hey, I handed it off to somebody else.
There was a chick that did the Wendy's scam a few years ago that shoved a finger in a Frosty or whatever. Wendy's didn't have anything to do with that. They suffered millions of dollars in sales, and it was all based on her. We don't know that he didn't go home and chop off some of his own pubes and throw them in there.
The cops obviously had enough to arrest this guy by, and if they had to do DNA, I'm sure they would.
They're not going to run DNA on a bunch of pubes to see where they came from.
They arrested him on something.
You can't prove those were his
pubes.
The guy must have admitted it. He must have seen the cops coming.
Well, you don't tell them those are your
I did it.
Pubes.
Stop with the pubes.
This is the sweetest game of Mad Libs ever.
Well, they probably could have hauled him in and then looked to see if he was missing.
Check to see if he's missing some pubes. Read the rest of the story. Maybe I jumped in too quick.
Well, on July 19th, Ryan pleaded guilty to a felony charge of placing pubes in edibles. Not the official charge, of course. His sentencing is a week from the day, and he could get up to 3.5 years in prison.
It's a felony to stick hairs in a steak?
Yeah.
Apparently so, because it falls under the placing foreign objects in edibles.
But you can eat pubes and not die. It's just more of a inconvenience.
It's like the people that, whiz in their boss's coffee pot. And they catch him on, videotape, unloading a little special sauce in the coffee. That was a couple of years ago, and that guy went to prison.
I didn't realize that was a felony.
I didn't either, but I know that guy went to jail for something, because that video was everywhere. Dumbass doing it in a kitchen where there's a camera. Who doesn't know there's a camera in that kitchen?
Do we have one?
In our kitchen?
Yeah.
No. Why?
Good enough.
Why?
No reason.
What have you done?
I haven't done anything.
Well, yeah.
But I'm just feeling a little bushy down in my pubes. Read the rest of the story.
That was actually it. He pleaded guilty. But
how did they prove those were his
pubes? Well, numbnuts here decided to admit it. And then I guess at that point,
maybe
if it's a felony...
Well, he also maybe bragged to somebody. Guess what I did to this guy? Somebody else saw it in the kitchen, so the word was out. I might as well admit it. They're going to drag Susie in, and she saw me do it. They probably laughed about it. You know how you do. Did you ever... I think you did something to somebody's food one time. When you were working at the pizza place.
I didn't stick any foreign objects in there.
What did you stick in the pizza?
We had somebody come in, and they were... They ordered a pizza, and they complained that we didn't put enough jalapenos on it last time.
Okay.
So, we took some jalapeno juice, mixed it with a pizza sauce, made it, put extra jalapenos on there. They sat in the restaurant, and they were happy.
Well, were they happy, or did they complain?
They kept waving at us about something.
Maybe they needed something to drink?
Possibly.
Water, tea, Coke.
Quite busy with other things to do.
And you really can't get mad at Russ for that, because he technically gave the customer what they asked for.
I suppose. But now, did you ever spit or anything like that? Anything nasty?
I never did.
Who did?
I never did.
But you saw it happen.
No, they took it around the corner.
What did they do? I mean, does that stuff really? I guess it does.
If you're dicky, yeah, it happens.
If you're really just a jerk. Oh, that's so gross. I couldn't do that. Even I don't care what a whack job they were. I couldn't spit.
There was somebody that called in like at 7:00 for pizza. They don't show up till like a half hour before closing, which I think was like 11:30 when they showed up. We had already thrown it away.
Sure.
Because after an hour or so, first of all, they're not going to want it, and you just figure you got screwed. They showed up at 11:30 going, where the hell is it? Well, okay.
We just made it.
We'll shove a fresh one in the oven for you. So take this in the back, and just so you're compensated for your weight, a little extra cheese.
Did you really put something on it?
Just a little extra cheese.
What did you put on it?
Cheese.
Where did the cheese come from?
Right around here.
Gross. How could you do that to another human? That's just gross.
I got nothing to say, especially when I know who's phoning.
See, it's stuff like that, though, because when I go to eat with my mom, she's extremely picky. If there's one tomato seed in the salad, she'll send it back. I've had to run damage control and go tell the waiter, I had the chicken. I didn't have what she had.
Oh, damage control. For you,
for me. My entire meal has been beyond supreme. So I have no issues with you. If I were able to rate this place, there aren't enough stars in the universe. My mom, on the other hand, can't stand you or the stone. The one with the salad.
But the thing was, though, it's like she would do it almost every single time. If there was a tomato seed in the salad, she would find it. Or, heaven forbid, you bring her iced tea with a lemon wedge in it, she will freak out.
What was her aversion to the tomato seeds?
She just absolutely loathes them.
And the lemon?
Just doesn't like lemon in her tea. But it was weird, though, because she would say, iced tea, no lemon, and then with a salad, it'd be no tomatoes. Well, it would come with no tomatoes, but she found a seed in the greens, therefore knowing that they had just taken them off. So that meant tomatoes had touched her lettuce.
That's a bit much, all right. You got it coming.
And I dated a chick one time. She'd tell the waiter, don't let my food touch.
Oh,
so if you got fajitas and there's rice and beans, she didn't want any of it to touch. She would be on wiggy about it.
Did she make a stink? Like she got one that was touched?
It came out, and anything was touching, it went back.
That's almost OCD.
Well, then you could tell on her plate, they just took a fork and scooped everything away from each other so nothing was touching. And he brings it out, he goes, I'm not touching you.
It's fine.
And she didn't have an issue with it. I don't know what the aversion was to actually having the food intermingle. But she would, and when she would eat something, it would be each individual item, and she'd be done.
Oh, she could never mix them up?
No.
What the hell is that? What kind of weirdness is that? Would you say OCD?
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Okay.
So she would eat each individual item
one at a time. There was no intermingling. She would do one at a time, and she'd be done.
No, she had the fajitas. She's the separate.
And that was something I could tolerate because she could get my entire her mouth.
So what you're saying is she had her priorities straight.
As long as my balls didn't touch her chin. All right, go ahead then.
Well, you'll be happy to know that there are dairy cows in the Netherlands that have a nicer living situation than most of us. It's all part of an initiative started by the people over at Ben & Jerry's ice cream called Caring Dairy. The logic behind Caring Dairy is that if the company's dairy cows are given special treatment and pampering, they'll be happier. And if they're happier, they might produce better milk. So how well do Ben & Jerry's cows have it under the Caring Dairy initiative? All the cows are treated to regular massages. Each one has a comfortable mattress to sleep on, and some of the cows even have water beds.
I don't think cows gauge the quality of milk that they're going to shoot out just based on their...
if they're happy?
Their water bed. Or if they give them a Serta or one of those number beds.
Don't cows stand sleeping up anywhere, or is that horses?
They both can. They can do either one.
But they get the water beds.
Well, what difference does it make? I mean, look at the way we treat other animals. If these cows get to sleep on water beds and that's fine. And Ben & Jerry's may do that just to keep Pete off their ass.
Okay. I guess so. How bad could the dairy cows have it? I've been at dairy cows farms. They normally treat them pretty good.
But don't they just sit in a stall by themselves all the time?
You've seen photos like that of, the worst case scenario, like the mega dairy plant where they've got hundreds of cows in one room. That's what they always show the photos of.
And I know with cows, especially ones that are headed to slaughter, I know they're going to die. But I saw a trailer hauling cows one time, and it was packed. Nobody could move. And it was just, I didn't swear off beef. But it was sad to watch.
And you see the chickens the same way going down the highway, and they're just absolutely jammed in those things. You feel sorry for them, but you know where they're going.
I don't feel sorry for chickens in a truck on the highway.
Why?
Because they stink when you're behind them.
That chicken didn't choose that.
Well, I understand, but it's food.
Well, nobody gave the chicken the option, hey, before you hop in the truck, how about a nice sauna? Maybe you'd like to soak your claws in some Calgon.
I certainly would. My chicken claw.
I just... You almost just wanted to stop the driver and go, dude, you got cows in the back taking a crap on another cow's head. Now, if it was my show, that would be funny. But just because they're animals and they're going to slaughter doesn't mean that their entire life has to be absolutely just riddled with angst.
It's a totally different world, totally different thought process when you live out in the country. Joy's parents have cattle. Different thought, different process. They don't look at it like you and I look at it. Like there's an animal that's thinking I'm stuffed in a trailer and this cow's taking one on me. they're just...
excuse me, fella. Hey.
Ask you a favor.
Man, you're taking a in my head. I mean, really. Obviously, I'm not upper echelon because look where I am.
But
you're taking a in my head.
Just in the last couple of days of my life.
Yeah.
You got a brother a break.
Or, just aim at someplace else. This guy sitting to the right of me, his head's empty. Really, mine's full. I look like Kip's big boy. I look like somebody dropped a Frosty on my head. If you could just do a Brother Cow break and really, seriously, stop on my head. If I had cash, I'd give it to you, but I'm a cow.
Anyway, only you would come up with that scenario in the back of a trailer that they're talking to each other.
I know it's cows and they're going to slaughter, but God, just give them a little dignity for a short period of time and make sure everybody went before you left.
We're not pulling over.
Hey, what?
It's just you personified the cow.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's my head. I don't recall any time when we were out on the pasture, when you're out there taking a dump, I ran up really quick and shoved my head under your ass.
Clearly, I don't enjoy it.
If it's something I was into, you'd have found out months ago. So just do me a favor. I don't like hats. And I ain't into scat. So if you could just hold it till we get wherever we're going, I'd be much obliged. And I'm going to tell you one last time, stop on my head.
Well, you're the one. You have compassion for everything. Aren't you the one that said when you're driving down the highway and there's a fly in your car and you let him out, you wonder if he's confused?
You're at home, a fly or some other insect gets in your car.
You're retarded.
You get a few miles down the road, you roll the window down, they get out, then you feel bad because they're going, well, where's my family?
Flies don't have families. I'm confused. It's a fly. He'll find some crap.
They get out and they're disoriented. Now their entire life is absolutely just wasted. They've lost everything that they know.
Have you been watching Disney movies?
I've had rats in the pool before that I couldn't just watch something struggle for its life and drown. So I'd get the net and get it out and throw it in the neighbor's yard.
They'd die over there in their pool.
Well, I can't watch something struggle for its life and then just die. So I don't care if it's a rat, whatever. It's just, I don't know.
I agree with you. But the fly was a bit much, but I always laughed at you. Is he confused? Where's my family?
You got no compassion?
My hair's all mussed.
Obviously, he set up his home someplace.
Flies' homes are in dung. They don't have a house with a mortgage.
Obviously, they have their home dung.
And now they're lost and confused and probably scared.
What's your thoughts on ants?
What?
What's your thoughts on ants? Your thoughts on ants and when they're in your yard and they're all over the place, the ant mounds?
Oh, I've set them on fire. I ain't got time for Amdro.
Gasoline uses the hell out of them.
I went outside one time and I poked a hole as deep as I could get it into one of the ant beds and poured gasoline out there and lit it up. They don't care for that. Well, I guess you weren't really fire ants, were you? All right. Don't want to take any of those, Alfie?
Line 1 and 2 are about animals packed into trucks.
Okay. Yes, Tom.
Hey, Russ, when you pack cattle into a stock trailer, you pack them in there tight for a reason. You pack them in there so they don't injure themselves when the truck is moving down the road. Because if they're, loose in there, they'll move forward, move to the side, and they might break their legs. That's the reason.
Well, if they're headed for slaughter, and I understand, okay, if they're packed in there, they can't break their legs and go through the pain of that, but...
You can't slaughter an injured animal. It's against the FDA laws.
I didn't know that. You can't stick, like, air mattresses between them?
No.
And
do that.
You actually haul cattle?
Oh, yeah, we got cattle down in Hill County.
And it doesn't...
No, it don't bother them. I mean, honestly, when they're riding, they don't really crap and pee a lot. They'll do that when they get to the end, and they'll do that when you're packing them in. While they're going, they don't do much.
Well, obviously, the trailer I pulled up behind this...
Oh, yeah, they got it in there from the first when you pack them in there, but after that, they don't really do much.
Nah, you had one cow that had some kind of scat fetish and was dropping all over this other feller's head.
Well, there is an occasional aberration, but honestly, cattle don't mind it. It don't bother them, honestly.
I don't care what the species is. Thank you for the call. I don't care what the species is. Most of them don't like getting on their head. It does nothing for your esteem.
You're a cow.
There's still a hierarchy in cows. Nobody likes to be at the bottom dung.
The dung pile.
And if you're going to auction, then you're just screwed.
Well, you don't know where you're going. You have no clue what they tell them when they load them in the thing. All right, we're going to go see Song of the South. We're going to stop by Pipkins for some pies. And then we're going to come back home. So everybody in.
Road trip.
And everybody's happy. You don't load them up and go, hey, guess what? Obviously, I'm the only person that has compassion for all animals.
Apparently so.
You don't have compassion for all animals. You light fire ants on fire.
Fire ants bite you. With absolutely no provocation. You walk through the backyard and they bite you. So as a result, you got to make them real fire ants.
And you watch them burn and you enjoy it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you ever do that? I'm sure you did.
It's so funny to watch them just run around on fire. It looks like an aerial shot of some Godzilla movie.
The power trip.
It's not a power trip. I just get it's for the dogs.
What's it for keep them from biting the dog. Well, you just use Amdro. That kills them.
Because of the Amdro probably is a pesticide that the dogs could get sick on.
Yeah. Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't think so. I thought it was good for animals.
Not the gas is really not healthy for them.
The gas burns up.
It stays in the soil.
Well, the dogs don't dig much.
Speaking of animals, real quickly, somebody sent an email. Do you care about Jenny the elephant? Do you know anything about
fat chick?
No.
She the one driving around in the Ferrari?
No, Jenny the elephant at the Dallas Zoo. Somebody sent an email saying, we haven't heard you talk at all about Jenny the elephant.
I've heard about this.
I know you're friends with Mayor Tom Leppert. We're trying to get people in Dallas to call him. Get off the mayor. It's not his decision. He's already said. Do you know anything about this?
No. It's an elephant?
Yeah.
A real one?
I pulled a story there. Yes.
Not the owner of a Lamborghini?
No, not a Lamborghini driver. No, this is a real elephant they have at the Dallas Zoo that they're going to decide where
Hold
it goes.
on a second. Yes, Linda.
Yes, I was wondering, don't you find it peculiar that you're worried about a fly being lost that's in your vehicle, but yet you're ready to wash a suicidal person off a bridge with some water?
That guy's making that choice. These the flies that accidentally got in my vehicle, they had no clue. And the cow that's in the back of a car getting crapped on his head nonstop, he didn't make that choice. People make choices. Animals are at the whim of human beings, and we treat animals like crap. And if they're going to go to slaughter, at least give them hats. Thank you.
Okay.
I mean, the cow's in the back of the thing. His head is just covered. He can't see, and because he can't talk, he can't look at him and go, dude.
Warning you one more time.
I don't know where you got the idea that I enjoy this, but knock this off. Knock it off.
We're going to get out of here.
Yeah, because they're going to open this gate sooner or later, and I got to go.
I'm remembering you.
I got you sent on my head. I'll be able to find your ass. I'm tired of looking like I should be standing out in front of a restaurant holding a burger in my hand. How long before we need a break?
No.
All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Welcome to the Treehouse, the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Say it again.
Do you want Dreama Denver on?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Hey, Alfie, you got that number?
We're going to have her on, a few weeks ago?
Yeah. She's been on from time to time.
I don't think we've had her on since Bob died.
Really?
I don't think so.
I thought, for some reason, I thought she was on shortly after all that. We never really got into the details. I know we've never gotten into the details.
Well, I got the details.
You did, you personally.
I talked to her. I forget exactly when Bob Denver died, but it was a couple of months later, and she ran down the entire list of things that Bob went through right before he died, and I told her I wouldn't talk about it till she was ready to bring it up.
I don't know if she is now or not. I know they're talking. She does want to talk about the foundation, the Bob Denver Foundation, and what they do for children.
And they're also pitching a book that Bob wrote back in. Right. I think I had the book when it came out. It's Maynard something and Me.
Yeah, Gilligan and Me.
Yeah. Is that Dreama? Miss Denver?
Uh-huh.
How are you?
I'm good. Is this Russ?
Yes.
It's nice to talk to you.
Thank you.
Talked to you in a long time.
How long ago was it that Bob died?
Bob died in September of 2005.
I don't know why.
It's been almost 3 years, yeah.
So I think I talked with Dreama, I think it was over the holidays of 05. And she just discussed everything. I went, you know what, when you're ready to tell that story, and I still haven't repeated anything she told me, when you're ready to tell that story, that's either at least a made-for-TV event or it's a movie, because leading up to Bob's death, it was catastrophic. And whether you were a Gilligan fan or not, it was just the fact that somebody went through that much anguish was just, it was hard to fathom.
And I really
it really was, and went through it with a great sense of humor, which stunned me. I mean, I never expected Bob to be a good patient. You know, he wasn't much of a doctor person and all of that. But when, push came to shove and he was a patient, he was really an excellent patient, which really surprised me. But no, he went through, I am actually writing a book.
Which is what I told you to do.
Which is what you told me to do. And, hopefully when I get it finished and it gets published, hopefully it can be turned into, a Lifetime movie or something, because it really speaks to, courage at the end of your life and staring it square in the face. And, the thing that I probably told you this at the time, Russ, it's, I was really sort of out of it at that point. But the thing that kind of amazed me that I'd never really thought about when I thought about losing Bob was the fact that I never gave thought to what it would be like to be the person leaving. I always thought about what it would be like to be the person left behind. And it had to be, when you love somebody, we were very connected, as you know, Bob and I. We really were soulmates. It's a corny term that's thrown around by people that really don't know what they're talking about sometimes, but in our case, it was true. We were meant to find each other. And
I don't really believe in the term soulmates, but everything that you did and stuck with Bob through his illness and the hospitalization, if ever there was a time that the term was applicable, I'll give you credit for that.
Thank you very much. We made history, I think, at the hospital I just wouldn't leave him. I was just there all the time. And I don't know what you said in the introduction to this segment, but Bob, went into the hospital, and I've never talked about this before, publicly certainly, but he went into the hospital because they discovered he had throat cancer. And it got way more complicated than that as they discovered he had a really bad heart and all of these different issues. But we went in there thinking that he would lose his voice. Obviously, he was going to have a laryngectomy and they were going to remove his voice box. And that seemed bad enough right there, And
I don't think, as far as everything I've read, I don't think you've ever told anybody. Because, again, I never repeated anything you told me.
You're a good guy. Thank you.
Well, there are other people that would crawl up your ass about that, but that's okay right now.
We don't need that, for heaven's sakes.
It was, Dreama told me about the day that they, right before they took out, this is going to make you cry, because we don't really know Bob, and I've only talked to Dreama on the phone, but the day that they went in to take out his voice box,
can't even imagine.
Dreama and Bob had a conversation.
And, well, actually, we did have a conversation. Obviously, I always felt that Bob would definitely give thought to what would be the last thing I would ever hear him say. We had no idea that he was going to pass away. And, I guess you have some thought that might happen, but you're hoping against hope that it won't. And so, the last words he ever said to me, of course, were he could barely talk, and he motioned for me to come down close, which I did. And he said, "I love you," which I expected. And, of course, I said the same thing back. And then he looked at me and he said, "I'll see you on the other side." Now, I assumed that to mean the other side of surgery, and that might be exactly what it meant. But the thing that was kind of amazing was actually what he said to his doctor. They wheeled him into the surgery room, and they were getting him ready to, they had him on whatever they put you on in anesthesia holding and getting ready to knock him out completely so they could do this 10 to 12-hour surgery. And Bob motioned the doctor over, and the doctor came over and leaned really close, and Bob said, "I really appreciate the fact that you're going to save my voice box, Doc. That's really great of you." And the doctor looks at him, and he's shocked, and he goes, "Bob, no. I never said I'd be able to save your voice box. No. That's not going to happen." And Bob pointed his finger at him and went, "Gotcha."
What was it that you and Bob met?
When?
Yeah.
In 1977, I was cast with him in a Woody Allen show called Play It Again, Sam. He had done the show on Broadway as Woody Allen's hand-picked replacement when Woody Allen left the show. And when he finished doing the New York run, he started doing it around the country. And I was cast in one of those around the country casts with him.
And did they have you in one of the Gilligan movies that they came out with in the late 70s? I think they had 4 or 5 of those?
They had 3 of them, and I was in the last one called Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, that one was a little bit hard.
That was not. No, I tell you what, the first one was really fun because it really was, after 15 years, it was really the cast coming back together and them getting rescued. And Gilligan was always a silly show, and Bob was as aware of that as anybody in the world, but people loved it and they loved the character. And the first show was a lot of fun, and the second one were called The Castaways on Gilligan's Island, where they built the hotel and They were, I think, Sherwood at that time. They were looking at the success of Love Boat and Fantasy Island, thinking they could do that similar thing. You know,
but each one of these
hotel on the island, guest stars would come in, and it would make a great series. And then the third one with the Harlem Globetrotters, that movie kind of got messed up from the beginning because the entire plot revolved around Jim Backus, and Jim ended up being very ill during that time and couldn't do the show, so they had to scramble to figure out. You know, they couldn't write a brand new script, so they had to scramble to figure out, you know, how to make it work without Jim Backus, and they hired an actor named David Ruprecht, who was really wonderful, and cast him as Thurston Howell IV.
Okay, I know who you're talking
that
about.
Nobody ever knew about, you know.
And now he's running everything. And I think the rescue from Gilligan's Island, what year was that?
That was 1978 or 9.
Okay.
I would have to look.
That one was a ratings explosion, at least for
it was huge.
CBS.
No, it was huge. No, it was huge all over television. I mean, at that time, it might have been the highest rated TV movie ever at that time. Not now, it wouldn't be, but at that time, it was. It was just a huge thing, which is, you know, why it generated 2 more Gilligan movies. But the second one, they split it up. Instead of doing the full 2 hours at one time, they did 1 hour one week and to be continued, and 1 hour the next week, and that messed that one up. And then the third one, like I said, had problems with, you know, the fact that Jim couldn't do it. He did one small scene in it, but he couldn't.
Well, yeah, if you have a focal character and he can't be around, that's going to damn the plot. And
everything's written around him. You know, everything was. So.
I don't know if you've talked about this, but Bob had an autistic son.
Yes, Bob and I have an autistic son who just broke his leg yesterday. So I have been a little, I don't know, verklempt over, whatever the word is.
No,
so I've been a little, over breaking a leg.
What year was he born?
He was born in 1984.
Okay. And I know that Bob, after the series was canceled, Gilligan's Island, the typecast thing, and he couldn't get work, and I know he started doing these appearances that he didn't really want to do. But the family and everything else, and...
Well, you have to bring in money. I tell you what happened was, after Colin was born, and after he was diagnosed in 1986, like I've said, Bob and I were extremely close, and the three of us, we, felt a huge responsibility for Colin. And Bob made a choice to, not pursue, not live in L.A. and try to, find another series and get in movies and all those things that actors normally do. He made a choice to stay with Colin and me so that I would not have to take care of Colin alone, because Colin was severely autistic. He doesn't talk. He's never been verbal.
What were you guys doing for cash at that time?
Well, this is when he would go out and, there's no money from Gilligan's Island. There's never been any money from Gilligan's Island.
I've never understood that, because you got TV Land or anybody else that runs this. Why wouldn't somebody just say, all right, it's costing us absolutely nothing. Why not send something to Bob Denver or Russell Johnson or anybody else that's still alive? Even though you don't have to give them royalties, you're getting the programming for free for the most part. Why not spiff them something?
It would be the kind thing, wouldn't it? Because it really is frustrating when you see, I hate to say this, but when you see the actors now, and I don't begrudge them a minute of their success, but you see actors, have a hit series that, runs 5 years and or longer, and, people like Kelsey Grammer and Jerry Seinfeld and all those people are set for life, and they have nothing to worry about, and that's really wonderful for them. I don't begrudge them that, but the people from the early days of TV, people like Bob and everybody in that cast and many other casts whose work has lived on for 45 years, who everybody in America grew up watching and loved, and they have such a soft spot for that show.
And they get absolutely nothing. The only upside with Kelsey Grammer, if you don't want to be envious, is his wife's got the farts. So at least there's some type of mitigating factor there. But really,
it's these early people in TV who had really big hit shows, they also, people, even if they're on television, they are real people with real lives, with real problems.
Nobody thinks about that. You see them on TV every day, same show, over and over.
They think if you're in TV, and I'm sure they think the same thing of radio, I'm sure you would back me up on this, they think if you're on television, you're rich. If they've seen you on TV in their living rooms for the last 45 years, you are really rich. Well, that could not be further from the truth, because nobody made, anything on that. So it would be lovely if somebody would step up and do the right thing, and say this isn't right,
I got to wrap this up because I got something to blow up. But what was Bob making when he was doing Gilligan?
I didn't know him then, and I don't really know. I imagine it was good for the time. And I'm thinking, now I could be wrong, but I'm thinking maybe $2,000 a week, which would have been good, I think, back in the early 60s in television.
Well, it's good if you're going to see residual. Now, did you and Bob get anything from the DVD sales when Gilligan was released?
No.
Well, of course not.
No. We didn't get anything from that. Not even, I think they sent us one box of the DVDs, I think.
You really expect corporate TV, Russ, to do the right thing, sit down at a table and go, you know what? This is not going to cost us anything.
You got a new medium that you're going to release Gilligan on. Give them something. You're going to make an assload of cash off of this. I got to rush along here, Dream. Are you still, is BobDenver.com still up?
BobDenver.com is still there, and that's the only place you can get Gilligan, Maynard, and Me, I heard you mention.
Right. And that was a book that Bob actually wrote in the 90s, right?
He wrote that in 1993, and he wrote every word of it himself. No help from, no ghostwriters, nothing like that. So it's all him.
And you're still doing the, where do you live? Is it Virginia?
West Virginia.
Yeah. Are you still doing the Little Buddy Radio?
Little Buddy Radio is local and online. And it's a good radio station, I'm telling you. It really is.
Now, all right, so you can listen online. It's a low-power radio station. John, you don't know this.
No.
And
locally it is, but online it's just like every other online station.
All right, there's a link off BobDenver.com.
Yes, there is on the homepage.
Yeah. Now, really quick, what's the charity that you're working for, and why you're not keeping
I founded it in honor of our son. It's called the Denver Foundation. It's meant to enhance and enrich the lives of handicapped children and disadvantaged children here in this state. And I would like to broaden it someday, but right now it's just here in this state. And anybody who ran home from school to watch Gilligan's Island, and anybody who loved Bob and appreciates, whatever he brought into their lives through his work, it would be really wonderful if they could make a $25 or more donation. If they do, I will send them a book as a thank you. And it would be lovely to see, all the people in Dallas who listen to Russ Martin come to BobDenver.com and make a donation so that I'm working really hard to carry on with the things he started that I know were important to him.
Now, see, I'd keep the cash.
No, you wouldn't.
Hell, I wouldn't.
Not if you had a foundation you believe.
You've got nothing. I'm sure she gets checks from SAG-AFTRA just because Bob was a member, but you're not getting anything else from the networks. You're not getting any cash. Take that $25 and you pocket that bitch.
Yeah, and I have, and I do have an autistic son who now I have to care for. He needs full-time care, and I have to do it. I'm solely responsible. It's kind of scary.
If you'd stop busting his legs up, he could probably get a gig.
Russell.
Oh, no, would you stop that? It's not funny. No jokes.
I didn't do it.
It scared me. It made me cry.
How'd he break it? Well, don't cry now. How'd he break his leg?
He was throwing a fit, as some autistic and brain-injured children are wont to do. And he, sometimes lies on his back and starts kicking walls. And
how old is Colin now?
Colin is now 24.
Wow.
Isn't that hard to believe? It's really shocking for me, actually.
How long do you think, and then I got to go, how long you think before you finish the book?
God, I don't know. I'm hoping within the year. I'm hoping really, really hard. I've kind of been distracted from it lately a little bit because I've been working on the first Little Buddy Luau that we're going to be having here, and the Little Buddy Radio is sponsoring this concert event, and it's my first time doing that, so it's a learning curve, and I've been working on that. But I will be getting back to it, and I hope to finish it within, let's say 8 or 12 months. That's my goal.
Okay. Well, if you need any help with anything, you know where I am.
I do know where you are, and you really would help me?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Would.
I've helped her before.
I'm not counting on that. Never mind.
Yes, he will.
Yeah,
yes, he will.
if you need anything, let me know.
I will, Russ. You're so sweet. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, man. Bye.
The sad thing, she didn't really tell it the way she told me a few years ago, is they always had this, where they got off the phone or whatever, it would always be, he'd go, I love you, Dream of Denver. And she goes, I love you, Bob Denver. Right before they took his voice box out. That's what he said. I love you, Dream of Denver.
God, I can't even.
And I know that's a depressing segment, but
not
really. The way that they'll treat TV people out of the 50s, 60s icons, it's just. Sherwood Schwartz had cash. Give them something. He knows that they were struggling, and Bob was having to go out and do different appearances that he didn't want to do, especially in the 80s when he had the autistic child. He was going on these cruises and all the Gilligan things. He had no desire to go out and do that, but he knew he had to. Give them a freaking dime.
Maybe sure would possibly as a personal gesture, but as far as corporations, are you crazy? Someone's going to sit down in a meeting and go, hey, we got all this cash. Why don't we do the right thing and give some, shut up, next issue, let's talk about who's going to clean the station vehicles. I mean, that's, I'm not kidding.
We need a break?
Just a very short break.
All right. And then to lighten things up, we'll vaporize something.
That's always fun.
We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
Just sit right back and you hear us tell the tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship.
Play at your own risk. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
JD's right. Corporations aren't going to go back and cough up cash for somebody that's been making them money for free for 40 years. And I really didn't plan on talking a dream of that long, but just that the jackass way that anybody from that series or anybody else out of the 60s and 70s got dealt with, and especially the way that Bob Denver died, and the autistic son and everything else. And you know that show is still running and ain't nobody giving that family dick.
No, again, why would they? What's their motivation? Corporations deal with motivations they don't deal with.
If you're going to hand Kelsey Grammer millions of dollars and his flatulent wife, then you can hand Bob Denver some cash because he's been making money for you a lot longer.
That's not my
than
normal.
Grammer or anybody else out of the 80s, 90s.
Not my normal place to play the corporate hard ass. Why would I give you cash? You signed the contract, yes? That was the 60s. This is the 90s. This is the 2000s. Those are the new contracts. That's why you get syndication.
But you also know that these people got typecast because of the job that they did, and you're continuing to run. I know there's no argument on my side.
None. It'd be the right thing to do, but it ain't never going to happen.
It would be PR.
Especially not with CBS. What?
It would be PR gold, though. Look at what we're, I mean, 'cause, you know they do it, but say, look at what we're doing. Obviously, with Dream of Denver, you know, she got left with pretty much nothing because we didn't pay Bob Denver enough, but we're going to step in and help her take care of her autistic
See, the
son.
average person, she's right. The average person thinks, you were on TV all those years, you're rolling in the cash. Why would that company give you anything? You obviously made money to be a TV star. I'm working at the Taco Bell. Screw you.
And people think because it's been on television nonstop
You're a
syndication,
star.
you get residuals. You've been getting cash for 40 years. Chloe, were you able to get that guitar off David Henry's wall?
No. I don't know what he's got that frame thing on there with, but I could not get the screwdriver even in there.
Yeah. So we got nothing to blow up?
I got something else.
What?
This out of Gavin's office.
You get that where now? I missed it.
Where'd you get it?
Out of Gavin's office.
What is that?
It's an acoustic guitar signed by Billy Bob Thornton. It's an Alvarez. Is that a good guitar?
It's pretty decent. That's middle of the road.
I believe Gavin would like to speak to you.
Why?
I just heard him screaming through the walls. Good God. Russell.
I learned that a couple of weeks ago.
I don't want to know where or how often, but I'd play something else.
Something else?
Yeah.
All right.
No. Can I see the guitar for a minute? No. You don't need that. Oh. God. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Take that out there.
Okie dokie.
Chloe Gavin's getting up. Go hold his office. Hurry.
I know what David Henry did. What does Gavin do to you?
We couldn't get the guitar off David Henry's wall.
Were they holding the door?
Yeah.
Okay. I I'm still missing. David Henry did something, but what has Gavin done other than not let you in the office?
That'll work.
Yeah. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks for going for a motive, JD.
Yeah. Oh, now it's going to be my fault. Because I came up with a motive.
Did Gavin get out? Trey, are you set?
I'm set.
Hold on a second. Count us down.
3, 2, 1.
That was out of tune anyway. Let's go down.
For more information on the Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, explosions, and more, go to russmartin.com. Answer any questions you may have about the show, go to russmartin.info.
How much was left?
There's really not. You couldn't tell that was a guitar at one point.
To email the show and during the show, only send that to studio@russmartin.com.
I had bad strings on it.
Yeah.
It was mostly signed by Billy Bob Thornton. It was something he was going to put in his guitar room.
Who made the guitar?
Alvarez.
Is that a good guitar or not? I forget.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah. All right. But it's not upper end.
No.
Okay.
It's signed.
Yeah, well, because I kind of aimed the cannon right at that signature, so I needed a target.
Well, technically, it's still signed.
For the show websites, JohnDavidRyan.com, DanO'Malley.com, DJClo.net, TreyTrenholm.com, and for Chuck the Band Manager, ChuckWheat.com. Limo service for the show is provided by Limo George's website, LimoGeorge.com. Russ gets his guitars and band equipment from the Guitar Center, their website, GuitarCenter.com. The official liquor store of the show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits, their website, MajesticLiquors.com. The official airline of the show is Southwest Airlines, their website, Southwest.com, and the official site for Live 1053 is Live1053.com, and of course, BobDenver.com. You can check out Little Buddy Radio and get Bob's book as well, BobDenver.com.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
What?
I hate Billy Bob Thornton.
You can now listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info. Russ Martin Show.